Is that Patty? Looks like
Good
1650,
evening.
1750.
Welcome to our Halloween Monday live stream, guys. I am Carly Mathis. I got William Lottie the Knit
1750.
today.
She got a stack of red.
Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Great to see you. I see
Yeah,
everyone
looks
filing
like
into the
six.
chat already. It is Halloween 2022, and some of us are a little bit more festive than others. I
Oh,
think we even have Pikachu sitting in the box this evening.
We do. KJ is dressed up as Pikachu. I'm just embodying my inner pregnant person on my face
right.
today. And Will is embodying a knit, something that he never is most of the time. So.
I fold.
Hey, what is up, Poker Monkey? What's up, 40 ounces to freedom? Recognize most of y'all in here. Frank, good to see everyone in here.
Pins up at the top of the chat. You got another chance to enter for a free year of TCH membership. Just follow that link pinned on the top of that YouTube chat, and they'll announce the winner tomorrow, I believe.
He said that's a horrible mask, Lottie.
Right.
Yeah, I wear this mask pretty often, Poker Monkey. You're just noticing now. Hope you're doing good, though.
Alright, KJ's gonna
Alright,
get
guys.
into a quick shuffle, get
We're
the
gonna start
button out,
with
and we are
a
going to, per
$10.
usual, start with a bomb pot.
See everyone getting their $10 annies out there for the bomb pot.
Oh, Dr. Pepper sippy sippy.
No, not on here.
Solid
Is
choice
there
with the
eating
Dr.
on stream
Pepper.
or no? Can I eat on stream?
I've got
So
the
what,
remainder
can I
of my
eat on
Coke
stream?
from dinner.
Yeah,
It's Halloween. You gotta get the sugar
can't
down
eat at
today,
the table.
right? The
Yeah.
sodas, the
Like, over here?
candies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
Anyone ever go to that house where they're just like handing out toothbrushes or something instead of candy?
Always
Everyone
a bad
hated
beat.
Yeah, hated that house. TP that house.
We at TCH Lives do not condone vandalism.
I don't think it's illegal to TP because it can just like come right down. I think it's only illegal if you like actually permanently harm the home in any way.
Not legal advice, consult an attorney.
This is not legal advice.
Yeah. Yes, some solid parenting right there.
I'm gonna be a cool mom.
Yeah.
Oh, your cards?
I was going to go a slightly different direction. I was going to have some candy corn when I get home. I'm sure that I've just sent half the chat against me.
Candy corn sounds so good. Why does everyone hate candy corn so much?
I don't
It's one of
know.
my favorites for
Like,
sure.
It's like the most controversial thing, though, candy corn.
Yeah.
Like in the chat, tell us what you think about candy corn. Yay or nay? We get a Queen Jack 6 rainbow on the first flop, 10-9-5, couple of hearts on that second flop. I see top two and a wrap for Sang, so pretty solid floppage. Ace Queen 9-6 is a couple of pairs there.
7 does not check.
Patty with a 8 high heart draw.
80, sorry.
Trying to see who's got the big percentages here. Queen 8-7-6 is going to be pairs and draws for T1000s.
7 best 80.
No one's really smashed this flop all that hard. I do think the 8 high hearts for Patty are the best hearts at the moment.
I see a lot of people with diamonds. Maybe some backdoor diamonds will come out on either board. We can see a little bloodbath going on. Everyone knows I love a good bloodbath.
Prestige has potted it to 80 with his Ace Jack 5-3. Pretty adventurous there.
He's gonna get a lot of calls apparently. Everyone wants to see this turn.
T1000 going nowhere with his pair and draws. Sang as well with the King 10-9 deuce. There's a Jack of Spades and an Ace of Hearts. And none of these players have made it to the turn with hearts.
Prestige
things
did wake
down.
up to trips with an ace kicker though. That's nice.
That's right. Prestige with the best hand at the moment on the top board. On the bottom, he has aces and fives, which I believe is actually best on the bottom as well. And he goes 145, and he gets the folds. First pot of the night going Prestige's way, the full scoop.
Trying trying to see who's all on our table tonight. I see a lot of new faces. I'm happy to see that Patty's back on the live stream. Last time she just had a little bit of run bad, like right out the gate. I'm hoping she
Alright,
can
2-5.
catch some really nice hands and redeem herself. I play with her every week during the tournaments, and she did actually win last week's two tournaments last week. She took down,
Nice.
so she is a crusher usually.
Yeah, hopefully the variance goes Patty's way. Over in the chat, I mean, I think I've turned off a lot of our chat actually. Captain Under Pairs, 40 ounces to freedom, kicker problems, JTMNY, all team nay to the candy corn. Poker Monkey has confessed to having eaten candy corn at least.
Is that a raise?
So Poker Monkey gets a cool point.
Absolutely.
Flop fold.
As though he needed any more.
It doesn't really, like, I don't know, to me it just tastes like, it's like the,
Raise.
it's like the hard candy for like cotton candy or something. Like it just tastes like sugar to me. There's no
Pretty
like
much.
negative taste there. There's not any specific taste really. If you like the taste of sugar, I feel like you should like the taste of candy corn.
Maybe it's the texture they have a problem with.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the texture could be considered maybe a little waxy.
Gonna go 4 ways to this flop here. Lands in with a pair of sixes.
Check.
King 9-3 is gonna give Prestige
Check.
and Patty both middle pair. Patty's queen the superior kicker. We check through. We get the harmless deuce of spades on the turn.
4-bet 75.
Patty well out front with the queen 9 and making it $75. Gonna get called just by Prestige, looking for some help, which he does not receive on that 4 river. Patty's queen 9 gonna be best at showdown. Patty gonna check it over to Prestige. Gonna go almost full pot, 250. See if Patty can find the call. Patty does find the call. And pot going to be shipped Patty's way. Solid bluff catcher against an aggressive player.
Yeah, I believe Patty got to play with Prestige last time. I think she's going to be very familiar with this player and what he's willing to bet the river with.
Absolutely. Prestige very capable of bluffing at any time, which makes him kind of tricky to play against. I mean, he definitely, last time I played him, he took a pretty big sized pot off at me when I could not get away from ace high.
I mean, that's the trap, right?
Yeah, sometimes you're going to be right, sometimes you're going to be wrong.
You want to hold your confidence until he has it. It seems like he really could have almost anything in these hands, though, so.
T1000 with the ace jack of hearts, making it $25. Cap with the king jack of diamonds. We know someone who loves that hand, making it $50. Patty with the steamdola number 1 going to come along here. 8 of spades, 8 of hearts.
That is Amanda. I'm happy to see Amanda on the live stream. I was waiting to see her little name pop up. That's one of our new hostesses.
Nice.
She's very nice. She actually plays a pretty mean cash game. I've seen her cash up quite a bit since she started working here, so good luck to her as well. I mean, good luck to everyone, but you know,
And I
go
believe-
ladies.
I believe T1000 has come back over the top with the 4-bet up to $250 and gets
Cap
called by
is all
both
in.
players. So here we go in a 4-bet pot with some unusual holdings for a 4-bet pot.
3 players.
Queen, queen, 3, couple of hearts. Potential action here. T1000 with the heart draw. Patty with a pair, and one of the better flops you could hope for if you're going to have a pair short of flopping a set.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't see Patty just laying down to being afraid of like ace queen here or anything. She's definitely going to call this. If anything, she might raise.
T1000 continues for 325. King Jack of Diamonds goes into the muck.
Call.
Oh, I thought that put Cap all in. Looks like he has a little bit behind, though.
Patty going to make the call here. About a pot-sized bet left behind on this 4 of spades turn. If Patty thought she was good, I think she's still going to think she's good here. She checks it over. CFT 1000 pulls the trigger here. Still seeking an ace, jack, or heart. Other than the 8 of hearts is spoken for.
Patty's actually
T1000
in
is all in.
Patty's in a pretty good spot right here with the 8 of spades and the 8 of hearts.
Double blocking the flush draws, but she is going to fold.
Oh.
T1000's going to take down a hefty one in the early goings here.
I'm liking all of these candy suggestions. It looks like I have to go get candy once this live stream is over. I should have gotten it earlier. Who's not prepared for Halloween? Who doesn't get candy before Halloween?
If I wasn't scheduled to do the show, I would have loaded up. Like I'd have made an HEB run or a Walmart run. Like I'm partial to Milky Ways.
You are a strange person.
Yeah. Really? Is Milky Way another controversial candy?
I would say Milky Way is controversial. Yeah. You might as well have just said like a Babe Ruth or something.
Yeah. I'm a Mets fan. I can't touch anything with a Yankees name on it.
Like people are saying like Snickers. I love Snickers. I personally am very generic with my Reese's preferences. I love Reese's. Peanut butter and chocolate can't really go wrong.
Crunch bars are good, I think.
Crunch bars are really good. The
Kit
8s are
Kats.
back out again. Landon has
You got
8s.
the other 2 8s going.
And everyone is just limping in. Patty wakes up to 9s and raises to 35. Little improvement from her last hand.
Covering both suits, and she gets absolutely no folds. We're going to go 4 ways to a flop here.
Now, Poker Monkey, are you saying that you like Milky Way and Three Musketeers, or if those are controversial candy
King
bars?
Queen 10 is going to give Prestige top and bottom. Patty does have the hind end of the gut shot. Prestige going to make it 55. And everyone going to have to fold here. Even if you were ahead so many turns that you're really going to hate with those holdings.
Yeah.
So Prestige going to get another one.
A lot of respect in that hand for Prestige, though.
You know, if you, the thing is, it's a 4-way pot, right? So usually they have it, even if it's Prestige. Like
Even
someone's
if
going to
it's
have
Prestige.
it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
All right, you started with 500.
Gummy bears. Oh my goodness. All of these candy suggestions. They all sound so good. Someone said sour Smarties. I didn't even know that they made sour Smarties. But I love sour candy.
I've never been a big sour guy.
What? Do you remember Razzles?
I have not heard of Razzles.
What? It's like the old candy that turns into gum. It's like a hard candy that turns into gum. It's definitely like a 90s, early 2000s thing. But I found this like vintage candy store that sells them, and they have sour Razzles now. Oh my goodness, it's just the best.
Yes, live 10.
We got the live 10 on. And C1000 going to raise it up to 25 with the Queen 8 of Diamonds.
Raise 105. 3 4.
Sang going for the 3-bet with the 10-8 of clubs makes it 105. Patty going for the cold call on the button with 5s.
Patty cannot wake up to anything but a pocket pair. It's pretty nice.
Prestige goes for the cold call with the ace-jack offsuit. I tend to 4-bet there, like I either 4-bet or fold with ace-jack, especially having to play the entire rest of the hand out of position. T1000 going to feel priced in, and we go 4 ways to a flop. 10-7-4 is going to give Sang top pair.
Check.
The best hand at the moment.
Check.
Poker Monkey is a great dealer costume. This is one of our only dealers that dressed up today, and I love the Pikachu costume. It's awesome.
Bet 225.
Sang going to continue for 225.
Whoa.
Good chance this gets through. If he gets through Prestige, it gets through.
Well,
And he does.
well,
Sang gonna take this one down.
thank you.
The somewhat late 3-bet getting rewarded there.
You could see T1000 just like really debate his backdoors for a minute. I do that so often.
5-10.
You look down, your closing action, everyone's folded to you, and you're like, man, if I could just really nail this turn.
Yeah, and I can have just enough that I can put a bunch more money in
Right.
and get disappointed on the river.
And then, yeah, break out the river. Unfortunately, that is usually how it goes. It's usually the one time that you don't call for your backdoors that they get there, though, and then you sit there and beat yourself up even more.
That's the rule.
She's not fold. 1 fold, 2 fold, 3 call, 4 call, 5 fold,
Some more limping going on here.
7 raise 35. 8 fold,
Prestige bumping it up to 35
3
with the
call,
10-9
4
off.
call.
As usual, people not folding once they put money in.
I can't see Patty's other card, but I have to be curious if she has yet another pocket pair like threes.
Wouldn't surprise me. Cap does flop top pair
Bet 50.
on this E6 deuce board. Whatever Patty has, Cap's got a better hand. Everyone puts 50 in. We go on to the turn, which will be a 9, which will give Prestige second pair now.
And check.
We check through. And another 9 Prestiges me trips.
He just gets there. And he's going to get paid off.
Bet 80.
Prestige makes it 80.
Oh, showdown.
Cap cannot go anywhere with top pair. Gonna get the bad news.
I mean, you flop top pair, you're not really afraid of the backdoor trips coming out, right?
Yeah. So far, so good for Prestige.
King Agard. I really hope I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. Thank you for hitting that like button. If everyone else wants to go ahead and pop that like button, that would be awesome.
Yes.
Give us a little Halloween love today.
Hit like, hit subscribe. If you want to see more of this great content here at TCH Live. We had a really awesome final table stream last night up in Dallas.
Can you sleep? No. No sleep.
Definitely want to go back and rewatch that if you
Make that make
haven't.
it more interesting.
Just some really great tournament action.
No.
And
Every time you have to show down and you lose, you have to take a shot.
great commentary up there as well.
A little trick or treat fun.
Yeah, you put them both at the same time. It's hard to see.
You know, I guess you could
Yeah,
Raise it 15.
That's
but
what's
I'm not going to
intended.
condone
raise
it
it
going
up
to
with the
this public.
A7 of hearts makes it $15.
It's on record.
Not fun.
Yeah, it's on record.
5 fold, 6
Feels
fold.
like one of those nights where maybe not everybody's
Did
going
you
to
do
put
anything
10
fun
on.
for Halloween? Or did it?
Yeah, I don't think they did a Mando, so
Well, the blind's coming along with some raggedy holdings.
There you go.
Oh,
8-6-5
Agard.
though is going to
Okay.
be pretty fun here.
Bet 20.
Win with top pair,
Like perfect, buddy.
Jan with an open ender, and Prestige with bottom pair.
It was really funny.
Win now going to lead this flop
Really?
with
Yeah,
$20.
Everyone thought we were actually administering.
I don't see Jan going anywhere though.
While he's taking shots.
Holding
Yeah,
People-
8
that
outs
makes
to a
sense.
straight.
A book.
Does make a call. Prestige with bottom pair.
I just like you. You're there. That's
Also
awesome.
going to call.
I ran into them that way.
Deuce of hearts
yeah.
on the turn.
That's the only reason why I know.
Not going to
Check.
What's fat
provide a lot of help
Yeah,
except
put it
to
all
win.
together.
Does
Yeah.
pick up a
It was
cut
the
shot
last
now.
day of
That's
my
amazing.
sober
Go
October.
along
Because I did
with
sober
his
October
top
last
There was
pair.
like no fat for a costume. I just had to piece everything together.
Yeah.
We check through and we get the
love
9 of
creative
spades
ideas.
on the river. Good news, bad news. Jan has made the straight.
bad
Front
news,
door
front door
spades.
flush
Right.
gets there.
Yeah, you don't love the
Yeah.
front door spades, but I also still think that you go for value anyway. as it does check over to
That
Jan.
would be how Fat Thor gets around. Would be.
That was like a popular costume this year.
I blame Fat Thor for bringing the death mod into existence.
40.
9 goes for $40 worth of value. Prestige gets out of the way.
Lynn's trying to figure out if his top pair can be good here.
Win with a bluff catcher. Loses to any 7.
I mean, yeah, with the 4-liner and the flush getting there, I don't know if he can
Yes.
confidently
Beating
make
on that
this
dead horse.
call.
Of course.
And he does make the right choice and just lays it down. Jan's going to take down the pot.
You're right around. Just drag it behind you.
I saw a dude yesterday, and he had like a bag of like Parmesan cheese, just an empty bag, just paper clips to his shirt, and he just told
Get
people
an
that.
early look at the winners so far. T1000 sang in Prestige.
Right up there with like
Want some hands here.
cereal boxes and blood. They're like, I'm a
Right
serial
there.
killer.
Serial killer.
Let's see who's been in the
Okay.
showdown. Not all that representative, having just played a few hands so far.
I think one of my favorite ones that I've seen. I saw it online. It was so cute. It was this couple took like their
Do 3 or
twins and
4s.
dressed them up as dumb and dumber, put them in like the wheelbarrow in behind them.
Hey, please keep your phone off of the
Yeah.
Getting yelled at by Crystal. There's the 40. So same.
Dante in the chat. How are you doing, Dante?
No, it's a live tip.
One of our frequent commentators here.
Okay. 40.
Cap raising it up with Queen Jack. Raises to 40. Patty with the mystery hand is going to call.
I bet it's a pair.
The way she's been running, it's probably a good
You're like
bet.
the
I'm
stern
not going to bet
cousin of
against
Pikachu.
that because I'll probably lose money.
You're like a distant relative.
Over to T1000 in the straddle.
He's like, I don't do that with
He's an
Pikachu
offsuit
crowd.
just call.
Come in.
Perhaps pondering
butt,
the
take
squeeze
names.
and deciding that
Shoot,
none
I
of these
choose
people
you.
fold.
Yeah, none of them would
always
fold.
shows up
Closing
late.
action though with all of the calls.
Hey, he
It's
shows
very
up,
safe
man.
call. I personally love ace 10. It is my favorite hand. Prefer it suited always, but
Six 5-4 is
Check.
not going to be to the liking of anybody that we know of.
Patty has the mystery hand though. You never know.
We check through and we get another 4 on the turn.
Check.
We don't think anybody has a club draw.
Bet 50.
We see Cap is going to make it 50. Patty going to snap call there. Clearly she's got a piece of this. I think T1000's got to just get out of there.
Heads up.
Heads up to the river, which is the magical
Check.
8 of
Showdown.
spades. We go check.
Ace high.
And
Ace high good.
Patty with just ace high. Looks like ace
It looks like
9.
ace 9 to me, so
Ace of hearts, not a
T1000's
spade.
ace 10 would have been good.
A pretty ambitious bluff catch there.
Very ambitious.
She is going to get rewarded though.
What a wild call. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, with 2 players behind you.
Paired board, 4-liner on the board.
I wonder if she's thinking, since this didn't happen until turn, I wonder if she was thinking that if anybody had something, we would have heard from it by then.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's very possible. She said,
She's
you
beating
know
some
what?
draws.
I'm going to say Cap is on spades and spades alone.
Yeah. It's looking good for DC.
DC is getting their game on.
Yeah.
All right. We good, I guess. All right.
Sorry.
Same. We fold or
He claims the next roll is a winner, so I'm going to roll, unless somebody beats me.
3 call, 4 fold, 5 fold, 6 call.
Does anyone have any fun Halloween
Mitchell
plans
beat me.
tonight?
Pikachu.
Maybe going out to drink? Maybe staying home and handing out candy to the kids? Maybe taking the kids out? Anything fun happening?
Now you're just gonna get Daniel
There's a-
McGrath.
Maybe you're just gonna sit on your couch like me and eat candy all night. It's also a very solid plan.
Yeah, there's an idea. Maybe
Ooh,
you're-
the Battle of the King Tens.
Good.
I love hands like this. I love watching position and everything play a part, and just seeing who's really gonna. Really, it's just a battle of wits at that point. Really, who's gonna outsmart the other person when neither of us have hit?
Landon's pot size bet does get the job done. So yeah, Moosey was right. The next roll was a winner, and
The lights.
I didn't
Chris,
win.
the lights
Somebody
work?
beat me
Yeah.
to it, and they won, and I
It was
did.
working earlier.
That's so cool.
Fair.
Running good.
Yeah, that's how my month's been.
It only comes on for the
Of course, the
cheater.
World Series is going on. I don't know if they're going to rain out or not tonight in Philly.
What's that?
Imagine.
That Halloween
is going
costume
on.
spoof that they came out with that girl.
And
You didn't
there's
pay
also
production.
the Battle for Ohio happening over in the NFL. Cleveland, Cincinnati. Everyone's looking forward to that one.
There's a race to 15. I'm sorry. I was-
Poker is my sport
Huh?
that I watch.
You straddle 15?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
You
pretty
straddle
good one.
15. I was talking to JC. Oh, okay, cool.
So I think what's happened is Caps
All right,
actually
cool.
put a
So
straddle
call,
on to
fold,
$15.
and then raise to 40.
You are allowed to straddle as much as you want.
Fold, not fold.
Give me your entire stack. We see Prestige waking up with some queens, making it $40. C1000's got some nines, gonna call.
All in.
Cap's gonna rip his 270 with pocket sevens. Unfortunate timing. Prestige gonna go absolutely nowhere with these
All in is
queens.
270.
It's pretty awesome.
Thank you. Dig your costume. Is it headed?
That's just a panda.
Oh.
It's Chino, you know?
Prestige
Yeah,
has
I figured
decided
my
to
dad.
call
I grew up with my dad calling me the panda.
as opposed to re-raising.
You know the country of China owns all the
Over to
pandas?
T1000, who's
Yeah,
got
the
nines.
zoos like have 'em on
And
Instagram.
Even when they give birth, they're not.
this is
American
probably the
citizens.
most awkward
They
scenario. He
still
probably
are
wishes
So-
Prestige would have just raised. Then he has a very easy
story where,
fold.
like, they gave birth. and then
Instead,
China wanted back.
he's
shipped it back.
got not such a
And
bad
the
price to go
first 2
set
months,
mining with
the
these
panda
nines.
was like really struggling because all he knew was English,
Right.
like food and stuff. He didn't know the Chinese. Isn't that
So he
interesting?
didn't know how to
Yeah,
read.
he didn't know like
I
what
believe
is
he
this?
just
He's
moved
gone
all
for the
in.
back raise! T1000 is all in.
I do want to go to like a.
Prestige has got to not like this spot now.
Wow.
2 all-ins. I mean,
only
he's got to
animal
feel like
that's-
his queens could potentially be behind. I mean, they're not,
Dangerous.
but it does look very strong. That looks like an extremely strong
No.
all-in from T1000.
Taking these nines and turning them into a bluff effectively. This back raise is going to feel so weird.
Prestige going into the tank. He is hating this.
Yeah.
Always an unfortunate spot when you're hating having to call all-ins with your queens.
Everybody goes to their
At this step, at
20%,
least.
then,
Hello, Alice. Thank you for joining us
then
tonight.
yeah,
Happy Halloween.
you're getting
Nice to
disappointed.
see you, Alice.
Tuned in just in time to see the blood.
Dante predicts a call. I also predict
He
a
called
call.
her.
I believe he's gonna call. Sometimes you just have to really like hit yourself a few times before you call, though.
I mean, this isn't me we're talking about.
First all in. Cool.
He's like,
He's gonna slide
fine.
those corner chips out.
Here we go.
270.
You got it, you got it.
Yeah, exactly. If you got it, you got it. Not
KJ.
laying down queens pre-flop.
AJ gonna get the main pot
What?
right.
You got your twins. Show.
All right.
I'm hoping you fold, so I think that's probably good.
A set will be on the flop. Dante, I hope a
They're
set
gonna
is
go
on the
twice.
flop, and I hope It's like the grossest one. I hope it's like 7s.
Prestige going to turn it over. We see all the hands turned over now. Prestige and T1000
Max Payne.
in a significant side pot here.
Bloodbath.
Florida live stream.
Cap can only win the main pot here.
Poker Monkey, I mean, that's like the only thing that he could imagine, right? I mean, when you just call someone's jam and then somebody's with a jam over the top with you still in the hand, you have to assume that they could potentially have aces, kings. Ace King is like supposed to be the worst case scenario. That's not a bluff.
It's like,
He
please don't be
definitely,
aces.
yeah, exactly. He definitely turned his 9s into a
Alright,
bluff
we're gonna
with
go
that
twice.
jam.
Let me know when you're ready for the second board.
And it almost worked, it seemed like.
Okay, here comes the flop. 7. There's a 7 there.
Oh my gosh, I
So
called it.
Cap's ahead for the main pot now.
Are they running it
Sevens full of
twice?
fours. We're gonna
It looks
running
like
it
they're
twice.
running it twice.
3 fours
7's
on the
full.
board. So Cap gonna win the main pot on the first board. Prestige gonna win the bigger side pot. Jack 8, 6 bounces all around those 9s.
Running hearts as well.
Yeah,
It
Prestige
looks
has
like
the
Queen,
heart.
Queen does. He does have the Queen of Hearts though.
We used to have these giant cards. Yeah, we used to have these giant
Folds here.
So glad they,
Geriatric deck.
yeah,
Turn 7, River
so
9.
glad they miniaturized.
I love the feel of these cards.
Instead, they do some clubs on the turn.
They're not solid quality.
And another 6 on the river.
Got,
So
for the side pot, I have
Prestige going
queens. For the main
to
pot,
scoop
I
the
have
bottom.
7s full of
And
fours.
he's going to take the side pot on the top, and then Cap is going to win
So-
the Cap's going to win the main pot on the top.
Can I see that note? Yeah.
Oh, and T1000 is going. Why didn't I just call?
I love Africa.
What have I done?
I've been to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro.
That said, let's say that you just call and we get the King 7-4 flop, and then you face a big bet from Prestige. What do you do with the
Ever
second
been to
pair
Tanzania?
against Prestige?
You gotta
I
You
mean-
hold your nose and call anyway?
It could, yeah, I could definitely be going all in anyway.
It's
Like, I might have to hold my nose and
And
call
they have,
against
like-
such
She's talking to me
such
right
an
here
aggressive
real quick.
player.
14, 15, 16.
Take a brief moment while we get this sorted out here.
Good call.
Got to get Prestige's chips counted so that the
17,
side pot can get
92.
shipped over.
Let's see
He's
what's
won all of that, and then
Yeah, but yours
going
guys,
on
if
in
you
the
were
chat.
running
Rena's passing out candy. Heck yeah.
nice.
Hardest job of the year.
If I was home, I'd be handing out candy, but here I am at TCH Austin doing the show.
I feel bad for my husband because he's at home sick right now and he's trying to sleep. And I feel like all night he's just going to be hearing the door get knocked on by all the kids.
I hope you at least like turned your lights off if you've got like an outside light or something.
Unfortunately, so we live in a duplex and they have an automatic light that turns on our front porch and it doesn't turn off at night.
Oh,
So no matter what, people are definitely going to think that that is an invitation.
I do hope your
Yeah,
husband is
you'll
feeling better soon.
$3. Get some change here in a second.
Yeah, I earlier this year I got an automatic light switch installed for my front light on my house.
Oh, yeah.
And I flipped it to manual mode today so that it wouldn't come on at night for this exact reason, so that nobody is banging on my door in a hopeless cause to get candy out of me.
Just don't be that person that thinks you can just leave the bowl out and people are just going to take one. They're never going to
No,
just take
absolutely
one.
not. They're going to like take a fist.
You're having way too much respect and faith in children.
Yeah. Like I go through like 3 or 4 bags of candy a year in my neighborhood. There's enough kids that, like, I go through a lot of that
Kind of
candy.
cool.
When people
How much
manage
is it?
There was,
quadruple
like, the first year
what
I
come
was
in
out here, I was
only
actually
have, like, 3
surprised,
of them
How much?
like, how many
how
trick or
much is
treaters
that?
came through.
Oh, $1.50.
And I might have run out of candy if not for, like, a downpour that cut everything short.
Yo, Nigeria is so diverse.
Lucky break.
I don't even like. You know what I mean? Like having a parliamentary system. Like all the
Like I'll
different
give him like the
foods.
Hershey, the Milky Way. I'll give him stuff that I would eat if I don't go through all the candy.
Checks on live stream.
See, yeah, I would be
I
guilty of
actually
like getting
studied
the mixed
Nigerian
bags and
cuisine,
probably
like,
pulling
had
all the
a
good
class
stuff
about
out that
really?
I want to
Yeah.
eat, and then it's like,
They were
here's your
British.
dots.
in Nigeria.
Here's your
Yeah.
milk
It's
duds.
like-
Your
kinda like
Smarties.
Right.
See?
I probably
And
just
also
polarized the chat
diversity
again. I'm
of
sure
the
half of you
that
guys like
relax
Smarties.
tribes,
I'm not.
like,
I'm not one of
it
those
takes
people.
like a lot of work to build a coalition, right?
Yeah.
I think Smarties are okay. They're not at the top of my list,
The
but
question is like,
they're not at like the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
then you got
So,
that Superfly Island, right? Beverly Hills, right?
Victoria Island.
Yeah.
says that
Victoria Island.
That's
That's my
they've
like-
got
jam.
too
I'm not
much
gonna lie.
prices
candy
are
and it's
insane.
going to be
I mean, they're
leftovers.
more expensive than what
Hey,
you
you
get.
know what? This is
most
the
of
time of
the
year
United
for
States.
leftovers. Like,
Right,
we're
right.
starting the holiday
That
season.
island is like, okay.
You know,
we
like we're
have
gonna have Halloween
first world
leftovers, and then
utilities, right?
we're gonna have Thanksgiving, and
And
maybe
then
ends up with leftovers for
sealed off from the
Thanksgiving.
rest of the
and,
world.
you know.
And
Rest of
Tarl,
it.
I don't know if you're in the Austin area, but if you are and you just really hate those leftovers, you can always
Like, you're
bring
literally
extra bags of
paying
candy into
money for-
TCH, and we will happily
for
take it off of
escaping
your
the hustle and
hands.
bustle, right?
Absolutely, we'll give you of your candy, and we will do it with a smile.
And I've never seen so many Christmas.
Like we're gonna get something with the software sorted out real quick.
I agree, Poker Monkey. You have to go through the kids' candy.
That's a lot of
Check for
holiday
anything tampered with. Make sure there's nothing sketchy in there.
gotta
You wouldn't
taste
want
that
your
stuff.
kids to get any peanut butter cups or Jolly Ranchers or anything like that. You
Like,
just
God forbid
take
they
that
open
right
up
out
a-
of the bag.
God forbid they open up a full-size Hershey bar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nope.
Huh?
Little Timmy, this looks a little tampered with. I'm going to have to take this away.
Those M&Ms, like we gotta sample at least one of every color, right?
You live near DC? Well, you could be here in a few hours. It's a quick flight.
Yeah, get yourself over to Dulles and hop on a flight.
Iceland.
What happened with the last hand? So there was a little
Only the
glitch
first
in
and
our
last
matrix
person to
over
ever have
here,
been
so it
called
kind of like replayed a weird part of
How
it.
many countries though?
But basically they ran it twice, sevens, nines, queens, sevens flopped the set and ran out the boat to take the first board, and then queens held on the second board.
It got even weirder than that because the sevens were only in for the main pot. It
Yeah,
was the shorter stack, so the queens actually took a much bigger side pot.
yeah.
Prestige took all the side pot, he took half of the main pot,
There's
and then the sevens took the other half of the main pot.
Yeah.
There's actually a photo of me.
So a
So
pretty
scoop
big,
on the side,
pretty
chop
big
chop for
nut
the
game for
main.
Prestige, and
Obama and a penguin.
for the sevens, well, he put in a third of the money and he got half the money, so
In some places.
small gain for him.
Small win for him.
And C1000 I believe is added on. I do see some pink chips over there. We see Amanda waking up with the Ace King. Welcome
Finally.
to the game, Amanda.
So my ex got me.
Look at that. Playable hands. Prestige. Gonna ride the heater. If the Queen Jack offsuit gonna make it. We're gonna call the 25 rather.
Isn't it nice when you're patient and then you finally wake up to your hand and you're like, wow.
Cap with the
Yeah.
eights. Eight of spades, eight of hearts.
I've been thinking about like trying to.
And Prestige flopping top pair here. Amanda with backdoors and overs. Gonna continue.
I have the Xbox, but I have the one where you download games.
Makes it 65, goes kind of big. You certainly don't mind if somebody folds a draw. Like anything that these players fold is going to have a decent amount of equity. Prestige going nowhere, obviously, with top pair.
Oh really? Yeah.
This is where eights don't find the exit. He's called.
Vice presidents are
A lot.
Ooh, and the back door does turn for ace king.
Creative and quality.
10 of spades, so combo draw for
How does he
Amanda.
feel about like?
Cap
Because
with
Activision
the
has been, you know, and Blizzard's been
gut
taking
shot.
a beating. How does he feel about that? He's like, it's out of my control.
Yeah, it's.
He does still have the eight of spades, and I
They've treated him really.
wonder if he
really
thinks
well
it
over the
could be
last 20
good.
years.
Hey, 9 of spades. would be
Yeah, I was
really
gonna
good.
say it would be good if the nine of spades happened to river.
Amanda goes for 110, having picked up a bunch of outs, and does
the
not
Microsoft
deter
bio,
either opponent. Amanda
for the,
is going to need
Yeah, this not
an
solved.
ace of
They got
king,
richer.
a
Right.
spade,
And
or
all of our
queen, and
stock is
instead
gonna
she
go
gets the
up
4 of diamonds,
significantly, and,
which will secure
they
the
just
pot for
gave them a
prestige
3-year
if it gets the
contract
showdown.
to stay on,
600
regardless of
in the
whether or
middle.
not they eliminated stock.
Amanda
So
going
if
for the
Microsoft
bluff
came
now.
in and found him redundant, which they won't because he's QA,
The
but if they
tune
did
of
find him
300 and
redundant
change
or
it looks
whatever,
like.
he's got 3 years of comp.
320.
Yes,
At least your
Carl, we
husband
have
doesn't work
2
for
pool
Twitter, you know?
tables
Those
at
are,
the
No
way
kidding.
Not happy
to play
times.
at
No, I
everyone's
know, and I work for
convenience when
Facebook,
they are
and it's
waiting
not
on a
happy times
seat
with us
or
either.
when they
Sorry,
just
Yeah.
really need to take a walk from the table.
This whole
Just so
There's a lot of tech
more than
companies.
just poker in it, we do
here
have a couple
in
of pool
Austin.
tables.
Yeah.
And that
Got a whole
Tesla
bunch of
factory
TVs.
is insane.
There's
Like,
even a vending machine
I-
and soda.
what is
it
that?
went up over time.
Yeah, is that like an area
We got those
51?
two
Like,
private
where
rooms.
they're
I was
building
just
spaces?
playing no one
I was like,
The
oh,
big
it's
bridge
that.
that came on.
One of the private rooms a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that game is so much fun.
Call.
Yeah,
Wild
all
That
fun
is
and games
wild.
until you
Showdown.
get a smooth 9 and you don't hold.
Well, they side.
Boo.
I dealt that the other night.
Prestige
Check.
calls and gets rewarded.
You made me think about that one.
Yeah, I couldn't make it, unfortunately. That's a great game, though. I got to get back in there real soon.
I got what I wanted.
Yeah, like that's been part of my pattern, though. Like I'll get up a bunch of money, and then I'll just stop winning pots. It's like I played it in that game twice in the last month, and both times, like I'm up a bunch of money, and then I lose one of the biggest pots of the night. When I get a smooth 9, both times it's a smooth 9, pat, smooth 9, and both times I do not hold.
Yeah.
They find themselves the 8.
I gave someone a 9-8, and I let Aaron draw and set him up with a 7
Private
perfect.
school.
Oh, Leo.
Aaron was very happy.
Yeah.
The other guy, needless to say, was not.
Yeah, I can't say I'd be thrilled either. I'm sure this sounds like Greek to most of you, but
Eight raised
Deuce
to
to 7,
25.
No Limit Deuce to 7 single draw. It's one of the greatest games ever. It is the opposite of 5-card draw. You're trying to make the worst possible hands. Royal Flush is the worst hands in the game, and the best hand is 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. And you get 5 cards. You bet. You get a draw. You bet again. Maybe you win. Maybe you bluff. Maybe Landon flops himself middle pair, and the best hands here against Lynn's open-ender. Supposedly, it was between that and Hold'em to be the main event, and it was a coin toss. And the main event is No Limit Hold'em because of a coin toss, supposedly.
That's so
Otherwise,
crazy.
it might have been Deuce to 7. Which, don't get me wrong, is a fun game.
What would the world be if the main event were reduced to 7 instead
I don't
of
know.
No Limit
It's an
Hold'em?
interesting world. And Jack 9 going to be good at showdown.
Bet 60.
I imagine Wynn goes away at this point. And he does. And that said, the game only has 2 streets of betting. So
Right.
it's harder to build a massive pot in that game just because you only have 2 streets, whereas here we have 4. Like we have pre-flop, flop, turn, river, and lots of room for the pots to grow. All right, to get a big pot in that game, you need or you need players who are happy to hit the raise button.
You guys want to do mandatory straddle?
Luckily in Texas, I feel like we have a lot of both. So
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anybody against it?
Lots of
Nobody's against it?
aggressive players down here in
All right,
Texas.
start off.
All right, Mando 10.
Side 20.
oh, it sounds like Mando 10. So it looks like everyone has
Mando
now
10.
agreed to put the 10 on. And we
Looks
do
like
have a
Prestige has
double
put a
for
bit more than that on.
25.
Live 25 from
3
Prestige.
fold, 9 fold. 1 fold, 2 fold, 3 fold,
And I'm seeing a lot of trash hit the muck.
5 fold.
Patty's going to defend her small with ace 5.
5 more.
And she has Landon pipped
Oh, it's
as he
25.
calls with his king
Oh, I
5.
thought the straddle was.
Raise.
Prestige gonna raise it up.
55.
Queen 10 of clubs, 2 to a royal.
Said punish the limpers.
It's more like a slap on the wrist though. He only goes 55, which
Right.
is not gonna get any folds. And we go 3 ways to a flop of 9, 7, 6, couple of clubs. So 12 draw for Prestige.
And a gutter for both Patty and Landon.
Very true.
Check, check.
That says Prestige's gutter was better. The 8 would give Prestige the
115.
straights at the 10.
Oh,
Checks over to Prestige, makes it 115. And that'll be it. Prestige gotta collect the pot. Prestige, the big winner, mostly on the heels of that three-way all-in where his queens mostly helped.
T1000 at the bottom because Prestige's queens mostly held.
oh, never mind. Sorry.
He got scooped in that hand. Want to be the one doing the scooping usually.
It's just unfortunate because, you know, if Prestige had had like jacks or tens, he might have really considered folding to that jam because it
Yeah,
did
he
look
didn't snap with the
extreme.
queens.
It looked very strong.
Yeah,
It came across as an extremely strong jam.
yeah.
I-
It's hard to read into how long it takes somebody to make the choice, but he did not snap with the queens.
No.
Far from it.
I think he was really just debating, am I calling ace-king right now, or am I just calling way behind aces, kings?
The 6-5-3 flop is going to give everybody a draw of some kind, except Prestige, who just has backdoors.
Patty with
does
the
have
only
middle
pair.
All in.
C1000 going $60, Cap shoving his remaining 188, holding the gut shot and the 2 overs. This gets back to T1000. I don't think he goes anywhere with his over plus combo draw.
183. Call.
Patty gonna call with the pair, treading on some somewhat dangerous soil here in a multi-way pot. You
Oh,
really don't love middle pair with no draw. She did call the 183 over to T1000s with his diamonds. Now has a choice. Now he'll be about 1,300 behind if he continues here.
Woo! Magic the Gathering card sold on eBay. What is up?
Congrats.
Go ahead and put
Meanwhile,
$10 in my pocket.
these poker cards, T1000 has called and turns the 7, which is going to give Cap top pair now.
check.
$1.80.
And check.
Goes check, check on the side pot.
And
Ace of
top
diamonds
2
on the
for
river is going to
Cap.
give Cap the aces up. And
T1000 the flush.
yeah, T1000 will get the flush, and T1000 will be scooping this at showdown. Dry side pot right now. I don't think he's going to get any action from Patty. Like, maybe you consider checking and letting Patty say, I have diamonds. Or maybe you overbet the pot.
1,700.
This is going straight into the muck. I don't think Patty will even consider this. Absolutely
Oh,
not.
show that.
Snap fold and turn over the diamonds.
Cap's getting the bad news. I feel like he definitely had hope on that river. Like, ooh, I definitely could be good here now.
Jay deals over on Twitch. I don't control what happens with the ads on Twitch, so I can't tell you why Twitch is showing ads. I could ask production about that the next time I speak with them.
488's pretty nasty.
Sorry, I don't have a better answer. If you go over to
Not
YouTube,
chopping them for it.
where TCH Live Poker there, and maybe you get a better experience there. I don't know if subbing on Twitch makes the ads go away. Not as familiar with that platform, but I believe subs are a thing that you can do on Twitch if you want to make a contribution to the program. Like, sorry I can't be more helpful there. I honestly don't know how that works.
Well, Claudia, I'm gonna forgive you for just being a commentator.
I just run my mouth and try to offer tech support when I can.
We just sit here and give slightly average advice about poker and occasionally talk about handing out candy.
Hey man, order them up.
But we will pass this on
I think we're a little late to the party.
to the true technicians of the stream.
I believe
somebody got too
we're
messed
also
up.
airing
Alright.
on Twitter
We'll put the live stream in a group
Exactly
chat,
right.
so next time we all live
at
stream
Texas
together,
Card
we'll
House
be
on those
prepared.
platforms.
Anybody want
I
it?
bet you it's because of
I'm good, thanks.
Actually, will you grab me another Dos Equis, please?
Yes, I
Thank
Oh, is Cap done? It looks like Cap
were
might be
asking
done
about
for the night.
He is
Oh,
going to come back
he
with
is
the
coming
Travel
back.
about the favorite place you
Well, we do know.
told by Kristen he was pressing the buttons
I've
on
lived
the
in
other
all those
side.
places also.
Really?
I count living as being there at least 9 months.
520.
Thailand.
Watching TCH Live, William Lottie, the New York
Where?
Knicks.
Brazil.
With you alongside
Bahia,
Carly, one of our
then
excellent
Salvador,
viewers.
then I was in Rio.
Yo, I drove the whole
Who is also the Knit. I don't have a cool name like New York Knit.
We'll find one.
That would be-
It's a live 20.
I've done the Camino in Europe.
The graphics suggest that somebody just folded nines. I'm not buying that unless they were not at the
Do you
table.
go to Bolivia?
I've not been to Bolivia.
Yeah, the Salto, right?
Yeah.
Cuyani. Not lucky enough
I always
for
see
it to
this
rain,
dumb
though,
thing.
right?
You guys can't actually see us and what we're doing right now, but every time something weird happens that we question, I try to move the mouse to rewind to see what happened. And we actually don't have access to that, obviously. We are commentating as you all watch.
Yeah, we don't have those fancy toys. Okay, so Amanda had the nines. She did make it 50, and she got called in 3
I was
spots.
like backpacking.
And Lynn is going to outflop her with middle set, his
Saw this
pocket
girl in
sevens
Patagonia.
on his queen 73 rainbow board.
Yeah, I know. She's like,
And
I'm
Prestige is going to lead right out with his Jack 10.
Let's go out
No
on a
pair,
date.
no draw, no hope.
Get to Santiago.
And Lynn's going to
And then
call.
we started dating.
T1000 going to call with his gutter.
High-rise.
Amanda with second pair saying,
Like
why
6
not? I
months.
could spike at 9.
Yeah. And then it didn't work
That can
out.
happen.
And I was like, okay.
But not now. Instead,
It was good.
Lynn fills up.
The only thing I
Sevens full of queens.
Yeah,
And Prestige is gonna go for it again.
75.
don't matter if you don't speak Spanish. No.
He's doing this with Jack High. No draw.
He probably knows Spanish.
5 into 3 other players.
75, call. Amanda's the only one who's live here. That's the wild thing. And that 8 is 1 pip too few for her cause. So, Lynn's going to win this thing.
Lynn has to be loving this. Oh, and he's gonna check it through.
Okay. Showdown, 2 pair, 9s and queens.
Nice. He's got 7s full, babe.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, nice.
You got the monster.
You checked it through. Got the trick.
Get into it. Man, I was almost a sucker. I was like, this guy.
KJ
this
mind
guy-
blown that
Seven
Lynn
queens.
checked back his boat, ready to buck the 7s, not realizing that he did have a boat.
Well,
Oh, nice.
Lynn was big blinds. I wonder if he was trying to get a bluff from down the line there.
That was really what you were worried about?
The best I put somebody on was
I mean, that's the only thing that would make sense.
a expected 2.
You're not really afraid of what? Queen 3 there, Queen 8 on the river.
There's really not much
Yeah,
of a sense. Ragnar, it would be nice to see you in the chat, wondering how the F1 race was. The U.S. Grand Prix was a week ago. I was there. It was really great. From my seat, I could actually see that Hampton could lead late in the race. Verstappen getting by Hamilton. So that was a lot of fun to see.
Never.
Just that hand.
No, you're like, you're just super happy about it now.
Thank you for checking.
You went flat,
I
check.
mean,
You went flat.
A little bit, yeah.
like, I really
Yeah,
thought.
you see, yeah, man. You ready for 45. All 45.
It was going in and out.
One call.
As much as I wanted to.
He couldn't even believe you to say.
It makes sense.
7 calm. 8
was
fold.
sneaky. Being sneaky.
Wait, quiet.
I was wondering who won that F1 race. Max Verstappen won that race.
9 fold. One call.
making a way pass on Lewis Hamilton. What she had to do after a botched pit stop, which had put him back.
Sevens are hitting today.
Had a lot of trouble with getting one of the tires on. Oh, that's a fast car this year. Fort Deuce Deuce, just the flop all 5 of these players wanted to see. King 10. Now we got T1000 with pocket threes. And then we have King 10 in second place.
Cap with an open ender.
Cards? What? Good ones?
Very true.
Oops.
Whoa.
No, sometimes you just go through that dry spell. You never get a set. Your flushes never come in.
Nothing ever connects. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
What happened?
Like,
Yeah,
like you'll have
Looking like one of those.
you'll have
things.
flushes and straights come in, but you'll never hit a set. Sometimes.
It's like, it's one person I play against, see it, I can flop, not flush a draw at the bottom, never hit that
Queen
fifth.
turn, not going to help anybody. We check through, and then the board's going to double pair
Heads and I had pocket
on this river T3. T1000 with his threes, his 3 pair.
Slow down. 2 pairs, 4s and 3s.
That's the odds on the sets, 1 out of 8, right?
And take it
You're
down.
right there on the odds.
It's the fun.
Cool. That's rough to hit a set on king.
Good drive.
That means it's a big pot.
It's the fun.
Is 9-seed Jesse Pinkman. That is really funny, actually. I guess from certain angles, I can totally see that. Did you watch Breaking Bad, Lottie?
I've seen every Breaking Bad. I've seen every Better Call Saul.
20.
I didn't quite get the Jesse Pinkman vibe. Maybe it's because he's not calling everybody the B word.
Less familiar with Malibu's Most Wanted. I definitely got the Jesse Pinkman thing, though, for sure.
Not familiar with that one.
4-4, 5 call.
Amanda waking up to pocket 4s, gonna call the straddle. Landon's gonna come in with his deuces, it looks like.
25.
25 straddle.
7 fold. 8 fold.
Prestige doesn't limp with 10-7, I'm surprised.
I wonder if maybe he's trying to protect that win a little bit.
Randomize it a little bit.
Sang races back to see the ace-5 offsuit. He didn't race back to not play that hand. He calls.
Huh?
We're going to have another 4-way flop here.
A black or two.
7-3-3. It's going to be trips for Cap.
It's gonna be a boat for
It's
Cap.
a vote for Cap. That's right. Because he has a 7 kicker. I'm not, in my mind, I'm never expecting 7-3 to be a thing. But he basically got a free look, so.
With Cap, it's always possible. I actually played on a very fun 1-2 game with Cap one night, and we decided to have like a little side game going of who can win the most pots playing 7 deuce.
And now Cap has 2 boats as Amanda peels. And he gets the bet out of Amanda. Now holding a 3 pair. She makes it 150. Cap is all in for 80 more. And Amanda's going to have to just hold her nose and call and be drawing dead, unfortunately.
Oh.
Not even a 4 can rescue her now.
You got a bunch of boats.
Oh,
Speaking
and
of
she
devil.
still binks it.
Wild 4s,
Yeah.
7s for the
She
win?
still
No,
binks the
that's
4. Oh, you gotta hate that.
Usually you're happy to river a boat.
4's full of 7.
Unfortunately,
That's gross.
not going to do the job here. Hey, it could be worse, though. Those cards could have come the other way.
Yeah, for sure.
Go to top with him. You know what I mean?
You always hate to see it, though. You never want to see the person that's
She called.
ahead get there even more. You never want to see your card come out when you're
Yeah,
drawing
you draw
dead
dead, get
anyway. Yeah,
I didn't see her.
it's always just kind of a smack in the face.
You put her all
Yeah,
in.
it's like that was unnecessary.
You know, when you have queens and they have ace king and they like flop 2 pair and then they like river the ace king boat and you're just like, all right, come on now. Do we have to rub it in even more?
Yeah.
It happens. It's not my day today. There's time, right? Do we got time? Can I turn this around?
There's so much.
No
Oh, you got
Disneyland
lots
for
of time,
anybody.
Amanda. You got lots of time. You still have 3 hours to go.
I always say good things come to those who work their ass off.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
While waiting, yeah.
The run back
You have to
cannot
wait
last
for it to
forever.
It's not even power hour yet.
7 raised to 38 fold. 9 fold.
Prestige gonna open up that ace 10.
Last week was awesome.
I would, if I were him, I would go a bit bigger with the raises just because $30 over a $10 limp is not going to inspire any folds.
Raise.
T1000 going to go for the 3-bet with Jack 3.
It's suited.
Famous last words. It is suited.
Jade deals. Amanda is a good player. Actually,
Yeah, she is a good player.
I have seen her crush in the cash games since she has gotten into our room.
Just not a lucky player this evening, unfortunately.
Yeah, she's just
At least
getting
not
into
yet, but
some
it's only been a
bad spots. A lot of the times, her calls, the way she's been betting, most of the time would work out for you. Just, you know, it's hard to expect somebody flopping a 7-3 boat.
And it's Patty flopping the trips now with the Queen Jack on this Queen Queen 4 board. Nobody's really got anything else though.
Bet. 200. Fold and fold. Alright guys, we're gonna do a bomb pot this end.
Patty's $200 bet gets no action. I believe I just heard KJ call for a bomb pot.
Probably yes.
Button for the best call. Number one. Number one is the button.
No. Yeah, we're starting here though.
Alright.
Yeah.
So back to PLO. 4 cards, 2 boards.
This we got everybody but Amanda.
As the poker gods intended.
Looks like Amanda's taking a walk. I would. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with
They should do
going
a
on a
ball
walk, try to reset your luck, step out of the room for a little bit.
Yeah. I haven't played much with her. I don't know how she feels about bomb pots. Like, there are some people who are just like never bombers.
Like me.
Same.
Whereas like I'm delighted to play these,
We're good.
especially being somebody who will like play mixed games. Like we have lots of split pot games, so I get a little experience navigating here. Sang has 3 queens, which is 1 queen too many. You play exactly 2 cards in Omaha.
Check.
You don't get to play 3 queens.
Check. Hey, check.
Cap has king as he's got a 3 on both sides. He's got a jack and he's got a 3.
Okay, I see an open-ender
yeah,
for
there we go.
Landon.
Yeah, a little wrap there. And
Six call.
T1000 is the first one who's bet. He's got his ace, jack, 7-6 diamonds and clubs, giving him some flush potential on both sides. Cap, Patty, and Landon calling. Patty with a pair of 10s.
Landon actually also has the wheel draw and a pair on the bottom.
Check.
And now
That's-
second, six of diamonds comes in on top, so T1000's holding
He has a flush on the
club
bottom.
flush.
80.
Jack high flush on the bottom, nut flush draw up top.
Landon's potted it to 280. On the top, he is holding ace 8-5 deuce, which is going to be a straight to the 6.
Oh.
And he is fading the diamonds. T1000 calls. Patty going to let go of the 10 high diamonds. 9 of clubs and 3 of spades means that they'll be chopping this at showdown if we get there. T1000 does not improve on top.
I mean, I'm calling or you can bet.
He does go for the bet here, trying to get him off a chop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Check.
thank you.
Go down.
All right, everyone, we just got a candy delivery into the booth. That's awesome.
Reduce
That
spot.
bet does get called, so Landon with the straight, T1000 with the flush, gonna chop it
Flush
up.
on the bottom.
It's a chop.
Stop chop.
Landon holding that dry ace of clubs, probably
Yeah, that's why it made no difference.
felt okay that
I
it's
know I'm using that for it.
it's not like a nut hand.
Tarl, I think we will be streaming many different games eventually.
Yeah, like, it's a matter of audience demand as well. There was one time a few months ago, Dallas randomly aired a mixed game on a Saturday, and don't know what the viewership number there was, but Yeah, people gotta watch. Like, watch that back in the archives and hit like. Like, you can see all our back shows. We got a mixed game show in the archives somewhere, and yeah, like, I would love to do a mixed game stream.
I mean, I would love for the
Yeah.
Sunday 7 Deuce game to be aired at some point in time. It's a really fun game. It's really enjoyable. I love dealing it. I love watching it. I learn a lot from watching it. And, I mean, it's still Texas. We still have the crazy players in the game that just
All the crazy
raise with
squad.
wild hands. You'll see somebody. We do no limit single draw 7 Deuce on Sundays, and you'll see somebody raise to an obscene amount and still draw like 4 cards.
Speaking of raising, Wynn had aces and made it 30, and Cap with ace-8 goes for the small 3-bet up to 60. Patty calls with a couple of hearts of her own, and now back to Lynn, who is gonna go for the 4-bet up to 200.
Heads up.
Cap undeterred with his ace-8 of hearts, not the best of suited aces. King 9-5, no heart is going to just whip him pretty much completely.
Heads up, 130.
Wynn going to continue small. They can get 130, and that is the end of the road for Cap.
One drive.
Lynn's probably curious how he didn't get paid there. He's thinking this guy has to have a king to call that
Yeah.
4-bet, right?
Probably some kind of pair where he doesn't believe you.
Right.
Or draw. We see his Prestige still the big winner.
Dead money time. It's always get crazy.
Amanda.
Dead money time.
Do the straddle. 6 fold, 7 fold,
Not dead.
8 fold, 9 fold.
Thank you. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
You guys are just
Oh,
juggling.
I mean, raise, sorry, 25.
T1000. I'm gonna raise a cup with the Queen 10 suited. Has at least 2 callers. Wait for us to catch up.
Listen. Okay. All right, animated.
Pretty loose holdings here. We go 4 ways. Ace 7, 10, 4, and King 8. Who you got here? King 9, 4 is actually going to be kind of interesting. Patty with top pair, T1000 with the clubs and the gutter.
Raise, 200.
Just back doors. Patty makes it 75. T1000 with the combo draw goes straight for the $200 raise.
Call. That's it.
Patty not going anywhere yet with top pair. Harmless 3 of hearts on the turn. 10-4 would not have minded that turn. Check, check. 10-4 also would not have minded that 10,
500.
which is going to give T1000's second pair, but that will be second best. Patty makes it 500, basically full pot. This is not how T1000 wanted to get there. Might he feel compelled to call, though? I don't love the fact that I have clubs, because that makes it less likely that Patty has missed clubs.
Makes
He
the
does
proper
fold.
lay down. He also hasn't played with Patty, so he's thinking, would she do this with just a 9?
And the other thing is you have the queen and the 10, so you also block all the draws. That's the thing. You're the one who missed all the
That's
draws,
why you say like
Yeah.
this is Africa.
which makes it more likely that she had it, which she did have it.
Actually, I have a Whopper Jr. for lunch today, and it's really.
I'm sure it's
Yeah,
crazy
I am.
many times.
T1000 not running the best tonight, but
That's why
still
they say
plenty
this is
time to go.
Africa, not like this is Nigeria.
They don't eat a lot of red meat. It probably feels.
Yeah.
They put so much.
Probably more American.
We got a straddle for 25. 8 fold.
so bad. It's good
Looks
to
like that
visit.
World Series game did rain out.
Sometimes
I see you.
Sure, David is very disappointed. He was all set to watch his Phillies. I'll
Jan
forgive him
wakes
for
up
being
to
a Philly fan.
pocket 8s. Just calls the 25. Cap in there with 4 deuce off. Why not? You have the magical baton.
Prestige going for a tiny raise with 6-4 offsuit standard. Just min click it with 6-4 offsuit. It's in every book.
All in. Okay. All in.
And Jan is going to way over bet all in to 536 with his 8s.
I think he has the feeling that both of these players are just full of it
536.
and wants to just end it now before, like, it's all overs on the flop and he somehow check folds the best hand.
I mean, it's a very good read.
Oh,
Prestige calls with
Prestige
6-4
calls with
offsuit.
6-4 off.
Prestige has chosen
they
violence.
want to run it twice.
And I
Twice
am
is nice.
hearing twice is nice.
Perfect. Right.
I'd say twice is a bit
times.
overly
7
nice in this
versus 8.
situation for Prestige.
Make it camera friendly. Put it in here.
Oh, and,
He has
okay,
7
so
sticks, which, okay,
the
7
7 of
6 suited,
clubs did
so he
not
did have a
read.
misread, but, you know, this is,
These cards are fucking it up.
This is still very interesting for pre-flop.
yeah, like the min click is still interesting, and the call off is
Yeah, took 1 air.
interesting.
All right, cool.
No, no.
Jan does have a club blocker as well. 1 less out for Prestige.
Everybody has a 6
10
7
3
here.
deuce. So 1 club there.
All right, cool.
Everyone, do not believe the 3 outs for a 5.
5 of
That
clubs.
is
Prestige
not
picks up a ton of equity there. That is the chaos card. Prestige looking for a club or a straight.
and all my clubs.
Prestige wishes he had 6-4.
You had everything on the
I
turn.
would have loved a 4 too.
Yeah, you had a 4.
Unfortunately, he did not have 6-4, so no straight there. Ace hold on the
wow.
top.
Ooh,
Ace
clubs
deuce
again.
3, so he's got clubs again. See if he can find another club. There's like 7 of them accounted for now.
It's been
25 that a
25
club does
bucks.
come out.
Yeah.
I got it that
Yeah.
it comes.
There's a 7. Prestige picks up a few more outs. Now a 7 or a 6
6.
to go along with his club.
Wow.
There's another 7. Chop it up.
I was like, another 7. I said.
I'll take my money though. That's
Right, I
fine.
said another
If
7.
only
you have
I
7?
could run like
Yeah,
that.
that's a K7 right there.
Oh man.
I am
so
also
many
not
outs.
one to get involved with 7 pre-flop.
You didn't need the club back.
Not a bad tip on that.
Fun entertainment. But
No, I would have to be in a tournament, deep stacked, blind versus blind, and the small blind would have to be all in for about 2 big blinds for me to,
Yeah.
make the call. And that's about the only situation I could ever get it in pre-flop with 6-7. But it also doesn't work out for me like that.
I wouldn't have been questioning.
I would love to get it in behind and just bink those trips.
Hard way.
Yeah, it is. It's the only
Such a
game.
weird animal.
Yeah.
Straightforward.
It's the only game where you play it right and you can still lose.
What raise? 25.
It's like luck and skill. It's like chess.
You
It's
have to
like
run
play
well
it
and
right,
play well
you're never
simultaneously.
gonna win.
Thousand's going to open up with the 8-6 offsuit. Seng going to go for that 3-bet out to 80, and Cap with some 10s. He just calls. I'm surprised he hasn't shoved the $400 or so.
Yeah, it would be a pretty strong jam. It would definitely get through.
Only Seng calls. Seng is going to be looking for an ace.
It's actually worth it
The
today.
case 10 would absolutely wreck his world here.
It was fun.
Instead, we see Jack 9-4. Pretty safe flop for Cap. Only 1 over, and it's not the scary one.
7 is high.
Check, check.
It is high.
Another Jack. Cap's going to feel even better now.
Hot.
They picked 2 sets so far. 2 votes.
Less likely he's up against the jack now.
He had a 7 with a fold. Pocket 7.
So gonna check. Cap gonna check it back.
And then it had 17.
River is a 7. Tens are gonna hold up.
Right.
Check, shut out.
About to come on.
Check.
Ace high, 10s. 10s and jacks.
Surprised that pot wasn't bigger.
I'm surprised Cap didn't take more of a stab at it.
Yeah, once the second jack peels on the turn, I'm more inclined to go for some value there.
Yeah, in position for sure.
Don't be afraid to go for value with second pair. Especially when the top card is paired.
Jan waking up to 6s under the gun. He's definitely going to get in a raise, probably 25.
Raise to 25. 1 fold, 2 fold, 3 call, 4 call.
Cap calls with king queen off
4 fold, 5 fold.
and a lot of trash.
You gonna
hits
brush the
mud.
last string, please.
Prestige, not a believer in the 9 trips.
7 fold, 8 call.
But Lynn is feeling the 9 deuce.
I want that 9 trips back.
And why
Especially on a
not?
9-5-5, which is going to give Lynn top pair.
Let's just outflop everyone with 9 deuce. I love it.
This is how poker is supposed to work. Go from worst to first here. Kind of lead for 25 hours because, hey, let's lead when we get there with our
Jan kind of has to
Not
call.
low.
It's pretty hard
Everyone
to put your
calls.
opponent on a 9 or a 5, really.
Jan is going to pick up a gut shot here with this 7 of diamonds turn.
Check,
In
check.
fact, he has the straight flush gut shot. Checks over to cap. Holding absolute
He never checked
douche
his, I
here.
don't think so.
Unless maybe Jan hasn't checked.
I just asked him if he checked.
You can still live stream on there. Yeah, or anything around.
I gotta ask you to be on that one, 'cause normally it's not. You got
Or on that one.
It's usually not this one. Okay. They put it on that one last time.
really want the live stream
Put it on that one, but they
I don't think they caught that from that to that.
I don't know. That football though.
I feel like the last several Mondays
Okay.
we haven't had it on.
Check. Alright. To the room.
We do check through.
Did y'all last
We
week?
get a 4 of hearts on the river.
Every time I play, we haven't.
So
Played once in
the
the
9 deuce is going to be good.
Check.
So that was the
Yeah.
first time,
It's a
and
showdown.
they had it on that team right there.
When checks it over. So does
And
Jan.
Cap is going to bluff at it.
Makes it 105. Wynn's got to find bluff catcher here.
I think Lynn's going to lay it
I need
down.
Nick Chubb to have a really big game today.
Fantasy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm 7-0 in this league, and the game hinges on Nick Chubb having a big game.
Who's playing tonight? Browns and
The Browns and
Browns.
Bengals. Oh yeah, that's a penalty.
That of Ohio.
Super penalty.
my Cowboys.
Cap's
took care of me
reputation might
Oh,
be
they didn't
Lynn
call it.
calling though.
Wynn's going to
No.
fold. He's going to fold the top pair.
Seahawks took
I
care of me
mean-
yesterday.
Cap gets the 1 player. Now, Jan, his bluff catcher is not quite as great. This is only 3rd pair, and he's blocking some missed draws,
50 points in my
which is not ideal. I don't want red 6s here if I'm going to try and catch a bluff.
You know, Smith never goes away.
Yeah, you know, like, I think you get like some,
How
you
do
get
you
a
be-
bonus.
I'd rather
if you
have
run
a 9
over 200
deuce.
yards.
Back up the Jets, and then
You get like
you
200
lose your
yards.
starting opportunity.
Once 3 people see the
And
turn
then,
of the
like,
front door flush
back
immediately
up.
gets there. It's really hard to make this call.
It's a pretty straighty
Like,
board.
you weren't even like, doing good as a starter in the Jets.
Our puppy.
I think Jan has to spread the
And so
pie
all
out.
the trick-or-treaters are coming, and so he's barking. And
Oh, no.
he's enormous, and so he's very scary.
Jan gonna go for the call.
Huh? He's a
And-
huge mastiff. He's 180
Gonna
pounds.
see the good news.
Pair of sixes.
He's only up against the getting high.
He's scared of the mask.
Len feeling sad at the moment.
Damn it, I was right.
Damn it. I had 9 deuce.
I mean, do we play 9 deuce pre-flop and then lead flop to fold it on the river? When the board got worse. It didn't get that much worse.
No, the only thing that you're afraid of really is diamonds. That's.
I'm
I
like,
wouldn't
I'm
be
gonna
scared
go
of
for
that
the
back
check
door
call.
straight getting there.
Yes, the diamonds showed up, but you can still check call one bag.
It was a cool dog.
At least I think so.
Doesn't matter how.
It's a reasonably sized bet. It's not like he 2x the pot or something. Like somebody did to me last week, but you know,
It happens. It
see that in
happens.
the archives.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how big you're. Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't yet cut a highlight of Caitlin owning me.
4-fold, 5-fold.
What is that, straddle?
This is a straddle, 20.
$20 straddle cap calls. Landon probably not going to call with these queens. Probably going to increase the price.
Hey. Hey.
It's like
$80. Prestige has a pair.
the Giants proved like when they beat New England, when they had that strong, right?
Is he
that
going for the
defeated, yeah, their
raise?
O-line. Brady was like on a
I
magical.
hope not. Not a breeze. He does call. Perfectly fine hand to set 9.
This is my last night of drinking. Yeah,
What?
I'm doing sober
Let's just
November.
start on January.
Gonna go
3rd.
heads up.
No. I'm not quitting forever, just for a month.
Three.
December 1st, we're going to crash.
Slide down Landon's queens.
Yeah. I'm in.
Ace King 7. Landon's gonna hate that flop.
Possibly the worst flop you could see was queens.
You have any more overs in the deck, KJ?
So I figured if I cut out
Landon not even holding the diamonds.
You cut out alcohol and soda, you have
I don't drink soda.
Prestige leads out with his
Fires at
threes and
75.
gets it through.
Landon folds the queens.
Like that. Yeah. Well, I picked some food,
I love it.
FML.
so like if I get a McChicken sandwich at McDonald's, I'll eat
Landon's reassuring to himself that Prestige definitely had one of the overs.
Oh, absolutely. The Prestige, the only, that's nuts. You know that about Prestige.
Like I don't when we get
You know, sometimes you get bluff lines. That's just the nature of
have
the
them
beast.
eat French fries and I don't eat French fries, but I'll get French fries for my son. He's 17,
It's not like he had
and then I'll
tacos.
eat like 3 of them and I'll be happy.
Yep. Just gotta get that little tiny one.
Just a little taste.
2-fold, 3 calls, 4-fold,
I
5
mean,
call, 6-fold.
no, in all fairness, props to Caitlin though for owning me and then owning all but one person at that other room yesterday in that big tournament yesterday. Good for Caitlin. Making another T-quad.
We don't eat them very often though.
Yeah, no, I'm really proud of Caitlin. She's
I
a solid
think-
player. I'm happy she could do it.
And Caitlin and I this year, we've both gotten heads up more than once and not been able to close the deal. I'm thinking Caitlin and I need to play heads up. Just so that
And
one of
then
us can win
someone's
heads
going
up.
to close the deal.
Somebody will
Yeah.
win heads up. Like,
Guaranteed.
yeah, just a thought. 5-4-4. We see a couple of 6-5s that have
Both flop
pair.
top pair. Battle of the 6-5.
Oh,
Prestige is going to call with just his queen 6 off.
He's got overs.
And that is not one of them.
is that a hundo?
I think this is 100 from Amanda here. He's at 100.
Prestige having some devious thoughts.
He clicks it up to 200. We'll assume that Prestige's hand has been read correctly.
And gets it right
Amanda
through.
folds.
What's right?
Hey, when it's your night, it's your night. And it is prestigious night. He is up 2,700 and change. Easily the big winner this evening.
Chips.
Few players stuck 4 figures.
Get a brush
but
on the
you know
live
what? We
stream,
still got
please.
lots and lots of time here on TCH Live. Coming to you from Texas Card House, Boston. 2-5 Noah mid-holden, match the stack. William Lottie, the New York Net, alongside Carly.
You know you're doing something right when you hardly ever get to showdown with the best hand and you're still the most profitable player of the night. Something right is going on there.
Amanda got
I
me.
suck. I looked at the bottom one and I don't know which one was his.
I can see it too.
Yeah, Miss Deal.
7.
I
Lucky number
bamboozled you. I'm
7.
so sorry.
It's cool.
You just changed my
It was
luck.
a shitty 8.
I was like,
Changed my luck. I feel it.
That's, yeah.
I was gonna get another 7.
I know it's better than something in here, but here I am.
Well, where have you been?
Been transferred to
Where have I been? I've been everywhere. I spent some time in New York,
Supposed to move in like 2 weeks.
so
I need to.
I remember you telling me about going there.
and I played. You know,
Just a
there's
better
I
apartment.
played last week.
Makes it very good. Has like a little yard for the dogs. So I'm excited.
I'm sure I'll try and be in here a little
Yeah,
bit in
me either.
November.
Talk to the dogs in the car.
December. Don't know how
My
much
poker
you're going to
chips
see
is
me. I'm not going to be in
coming.
Texas very much during December.
Okay.
Going to be
5:30.
out west playing some tournaments and then, you know, back home for the holidays. I want to see to that big WPT coming up at Wynn, the 10K in December. So I get to play 10K.
Ray, 7.
That's fun.
Yeah. Then,
Hold on.
yeah, hold on. We have the WPT game. I've never played a WPT game before. I'm going to get the chance to.
I don't play tournaments usually, so I have also never played a WPT main before. But good luck to you.
Thank you.
Hopefully it's everything you hope for.
Yeah, I certainly would not mind becoming a millionaire, which is a possibility. Because also a guarantee on that sucker.
That's nice. See, you hate like the $1 million guarantees because you still can't become a millionaire. 2 million guarantees, they're still going to take the taxes, put it in the prize pool, all of that. It's going to cut your winnings.
You're still going to be doing okay. You win any of those. So we see cap check jamming here. We don't know what anybody has, but we're going to get a run out.
yeah, you gotta show that.
Sounds like we're going Max Payne. We have a very straighty board here.
Ace Queen.
Ace Queen
6,
for win.
7. I believe.
7 is lucky.
6-7 would be 2 pair.
I said 6, 7. It's only the
It's heart,
student.
Queen of Hearts. And then 6 of clubs, 7
That guy is a roller coaster ride,
6, 7, 2 pair for Cap.
Cap going to get the double up.
right?
I'd rather be on a roller coaster.
All right, cool. 200.
So I'll build a trip around that. Like on either end of that, like there's
Oh, look at
there's
this.
like big weekend
Oh
tournaments.
my
Like there's
gosh.
a 1K
Donovan
WPT
Peoples
tournament
Jones.
the weekend before.
hurdled
In
him.
fact, we gave away some seats that in Dallas yesterday.
Still the round.
Oh,
The,
nice.
mystery
The
bounty.
records prove it.
Some of the bounty prizes
Might win
is
the
package to go out there and play that
Really?
tournament.
We
And
used to live in
then
Lansing.
there's also a mystery bounty tournament.
I love Lansing. I haven't seen it.
Plan B, you know, if I don't become a millionaire,
That's
Oh, nice.
I hear the mystery bounty in Dallas was a big success. I hear everyone had a lot of fun doing it.
that was a lot of fun. I got to see it at the table. That was a lot of fun for
Guy who
sure.
won the Tigers.
And Ragnar wondering, well, did I win the global thing? No, the global thing is for all the cool countries, which is not this one. I did it the old-fashioned way in a live satellite way back in July.
But afterwards,
Like right at the end of WSOP, they ran the first satellite. They had the first live satellite for that tournament. And they somehow overlaid. So free money. And I got one of the 5 seats that night. So pretty sweet deal there.
Hell yeah.
5, call. 1025.
No, I called.
Okay.
No, any win is a big win to me when it comes to tournaments. I chopped first place and like a 2K guarantee for like $450 or something when we ICM'd. And I felt like I had won the main event or something. I was very proud of myself.
Always nice to pick one, whatever the stakes.
Preston. Okay, you go
But
back
she's
to
Amanda. She's an Amanda, so good luck.
All right.
We got T1000. And we got Cap in there somehow with 9-4.
Yeah, I had a
one.
Good pocket pair, and then ace queen shows up.
964 is going to be 2
And
pair
then you
for
saw that I
Cap.
was checking. You're like, oh, I'm betting. I was like, ah.
It's true. I wasn't gonna say
Gold
anything.
is for $40. And
should've saw
get
that.
instantly
Yeah.
rewarded.
Sometimes you just have a feeling. When you just know, you know, right?
Cap with overs and back doors. Going to pot it. Going to make it 150.
Not a big pot.
If I'm Cap, I'm just calling. And he is just calling. And the answer is just pushing out of
Can
there
you
with
re-raise
the
me?
there. And then stack the pot's about 1. Jack of Hearts is going to give T1000 a cut shot to go with his overs that are dead. And then T1000 is going to effectively put him all in. Cap is going to call
One
off.
time. One time.
And
We're gonna
Cap
go
says
once.
one time.
T1000 needs a 10 and a 10 alone. You can see there's
One
only
time.
one of those left available in
Show
the
that.
deck. That is not it.
Ah,
Cap
four.
going to get the double up with the 9-4.
Good hand, man.
And the 3-7 boat.
That's,
Yeah.
that's the captain right
So you
there.
have a 7-3 and now the 9-4.
Captain any hand.
They're saying captain any hand.
6, 7,
And
1,
Ten.
4.
it's not Jack 4,
Yeah,
but
I
it'll
bet you
do.
won't do it in 7 deuce. Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, flopping 2 pairs is a lot different than going all in with the good old Jack High.
Yeah, but I mean, if this were online, like this is where you're shouting at your screen like, this is rigged.
Doesn't work the first time.
This game is
worked the
completely
fifth
on the up and up, though.
There's also a huge difference between, you know, $30
And a lot more than
and
$30.
you know, 200,000 or whatever it was.
Hey, to some people, I mean, like Jeff Bezos probably uses
I really
$200,000
thought
as
that
toilet
flush
paper.
was.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the
Maybe
most
I just
normal
see it
size.
that way because I'm
I've only
poor.
seen that
Yeah.
Yeah, 200,000 is a lot to me as well.
Good call, though.
Oh, 6 power.
Oh, 6?
It's fun.
Oh, no, 10.
Raise to 20. 8-fold. 9-fold.
Prestige going for that min click again.
With maybe 8s,
He's got at least 8 or maybe 8 deuce. That's the
maybe
beauty that you
8
don't
deuce
know.
if it's suited. That is very
C1000
possible.
Goes for a pretty late 3-bet with a queen 7.
Cap with another 9 in his hand is calling.
And now we see Landon ripping it in for 473. Prestige gets out of there.
473 total.
You always sweat.
Whoa.
C1000 gets out of there. Cap's going to call off.
No,
Find out what
I'm captain one time.
Captain one time.
Yeah.
One time.
Captain one time.
Captain one time.
I'm the
9
captain.
high.
All right. There we go.
King, queen, 7.
Oh, a pair.
Deuce.
2 pair.
Have a
Two
king.
pair. Aces and kings.
Oh, Landon has aces. Okay. I
Ace of
cannot
hearts,
see
ace of diamonds.
what Cap
What are you talking about?
has.
Red aces for Landon.
Okay. So
Can't
what
see
is
Cap.
it that you can't read? What is it?
I think we're going to
Okay,
find
so-
out in a second.
9 of diamonds, 9 of spades,
Pocket nines.
red aces.
Oh, you had like a queen.
That's fair.
That's
The
very
way this
fair.
game's been playing, we can stack off with
Hold on,
nines.
hold on, hold on. It was
Definitely.
173. This is
Landon goes
four-
to what the double up though,
It's 473.
Yeah,
as his aces hold up here.
that's 75. Yeah, sorry.
Not bad. Oh, 473.
Good discounts, right?
$2 for you.
Got the pot shifts over to Landon.
That's when it needs to be.
There you go.
Yeah, I couldn't wait for you to do something crazy. Most likely you were just smooth calling that, you know?
Queen 7 would have loved that flop.
That would have been mine.
Oh,
Would have
yeah.
hated that river.
Would have hated the river for sure, yes.
All right.
Too many.
I was just the
Yeah.
10 and I gave it up.
Thank you, sir.
Straddle.
It wasn't.
Or no,
Five, 10.
Ooh, it's getting a little chilly in the booth.
Yeah, the fan kicked on.
Yeah, it did.
I know you were.
I'm from someplace cold. I can hold up.
I mean, I lived half my life in Nashville and half my life in Houston. I haven't been in Austin for that long.
Raise
Just
20.
like almost 2 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I definitely have lost my. I used to be used to like all 4 seasons, you know.
Yeah.
Around this time in Nashville, it'll start getting a little chilly. By Thanksgiving, it's definitely cold.
Yeah.
And now, Texas is just made me a baby when it comes to cold weather. It's 60 degrees outside, and I'm like, where's the wool coat?
Like I get up north periodically to remind myself what the cold is. So we got some king queen, we got some ace queen. Potential for action here. Prestige would be 8-7.
I do. Like, you don't see many
I want
kilo
125
tournaments, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it's a
Giving
low
a lot of
stake,
thought to
it's still
these
one thing.
All right, we've got 4.
Decides to call, closing the action. We're going to go 4 ways to a flop.
I'm very new to this.
Oh, okay. Like, down in the
10,
waters.
10, 7 will give
real
Prestige
south.
the best
By
hand
the
at
water.
the moment.
How far is that drive?
That's it.
No? What?
Probably checks through.
Said I'd be great.
Over sang on the button with the ace.
There's a direct flight from like all the way to Austin. Bypass the whole Dallas and Houston. And round trip,
Receive that.
$200.
Got a couple pot, 125.
I would rather fly.
I'm gonna
From
try.
where to where?
From McAllen. There's a direct flight from like Harlingen, which is like 30 miles away, all the way to Austin. $200 round trip. Can't beat that.
Now get us heads up. Turn.
Yeah. I hate
King of spades, which will give Sang
anything over
the
like 3
gut
hours. I'd
shot.
rather fly.
Bet. 215.
Prestige
Say
gonna
anything
be
over
the
3 hours, you
turn
go to fly.
I'd rather fly.
215.
Like
So,
moving?
hey, this is my turn.
2 days of 12-hour driving from DC? I don't want to.
Well, I'm saying is that like about 3 hours.
Looks like Sam's gonna lay it down.
Oh, really?
Ugh. It honestly almost makes me sad at how many
It take you like 3 hours just
bottom
to get to the airport.
pairs have won
I
today.
love flying.
You
I
get-
mean, like,
yeah, we get 4 ways to a flop, and
So
somehow
simple.
bottom pair is good.
every time though, I'm
I
at
watch,
this
like,
point
the
I
big players
am.
freak out.
I'm not rooting for the underdog anymore. I want to see ace king or ace queen or any strong pocket pair. I want to see that really pull through.
I just want proof that ace queen can actually win when it matters, because
I want proof that ace queen can win it all at
that an
this
instant
point.
call?
Like, that's like my least favorite hand.
130.
It's also, yes, I hate ace
30.
queen.
Oh shoot.
Son.
Like I've been on the wrong side of it in far too many pots that had a lot of tournament equity.
Yeah,
People do
the last
All the
tournament
time.
that
Right?
I
Yeah.
I just told them I was like,
Yeah. No, there's
that
people
I
that do that
played,
all the
last
time.
large tournament I should say. I played small tournaments all the time. The last big tournament that I played, I was card dead for the first 3.5 hours of the tournament. I didn't play a single hand until the break. And we come back to break. I'm in just straight jam mode on the blinds at this point. And I wake up to ace queen.
Yeah.
I jam. All I have to do is get it through the original opener and the big blind. And the big blind snap re-jams after me, and the original opener folds. Big blind woke up to ace king while I had ace queen.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just always the case for some reason.
You got the right one.
Ace queen is the hand that runs into aces. It is the hand that runs into ace king.
Well, for me, like it can be the hand that sucks out on my ace king.
All right, check, check, and check. 3 checks. To the turn.
It just always runs bad.
Also, the hand that could not hold against king queen.
See, once again, what is going on? KJ, do you have overs in that deck?
I know. All the middle cards.
All of them.
Oh, God.
Prestige goes to a $50 bet with the best hands. Somehow gets called by a worse ace. And here's another ace. So Prestige gonna win with his aces and sixes.
And he's going to get paid off if he bets.
Double check his cards.
Cap is going to snap this.
It was 125. You just got to call and hope that you're
Go
good.
down.
Unfortunately,
2 pair.
2 pair.
That's speech.
It's going to be better than 1 pair.
not gonna let that go, are we?
No, I'm a firm believer
So
in what you
just
just
running
said. I'm just gonna remember
like
that.
God
I'm
tonight.
a firm believer in your psychology.
Yeah.
See, this is why I think everybody's
That's
always
like such a
fucking with me.
All right, this is the hand.
I'm a firm believer.
Someone's
in
gonna wake up to ace king or ace queen,
know, you
and
sound
you're
like-
going
I
to
believe you have
flop
two pair,
top
you know?
pair.
Right?
No, I'm
And
just
it's
saying,
going to hold.
Yeah.
You don't want
I
to
don't think it was.
No, it's
runner,
good play.
runner, trip
Prestige
fours
play.
to like
What
6-4
I'm saying
something.
is
Runner, runner, trip nines,
Like
and someone
nine
has
trip just
9
sits there.
tray. I don't want to see it.
It's funnier to me than it is.
I
But
believe
your
in
hand was
this
so
dealer.
good,
I
it was
know
not
he
needed,
can do
but You were
it.
calling anyway. Should have went with the no raise, don't raise.
Oh,
I mean, the rest of the flush out there.
raise to 25.
Jan opens king queen to 25.
Two
And
call,
Singh is in there
three
with
call,
my
four raise to
favorite
125.
not great
Five
hand,
fold.
8-5.
Can I take it back or no?
Patty with
Huh?
a legitimate
Yeah,
hold
she
in
changed
ace
it, yeah.
king makes it
Can I
125.
take it back or no?
Yes.
Okay.
You lucked out. If you would have called 25, you would have had to keep it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you owe me $5 because for the big blind,
I pulled out of turn, but then
Five.
the action changed
But,
and he got bailed out there.
but you don't have to call 25.
Yeah, yeah.
Prestige with ace jack suited.
Let's call it.
Ooh,
I think he's just gonna call though.
he definitely should just call.
Gonna save himself a pile of money.
Oh,
I want like an ace-10 queen flop.
oh.
You want chaos.
Of course, the bloodbath is always what I'm pushing for.
Heads up, ace king versus ace jack. And there's a jack. Prestige has outflopped Patty's ace king. Just check Prestige. No, Prestige is gonna lead.
200.
A lead for $50. Which is gonna look so suspicious. You lead for 1/6 pot, and Patty bumps it up to 200. Just call Prestige. Just call.
You should definitely just call. I definitely would have just checked.
Just let her keep firing.
Yeah, on such a dry board, top pair, top kicker, no real reason to lead out here.
Call.
Call the 8. It's gonna pair on this turn.
Check.
500.
Patty going 500.
500.
How much you got left over there?
I don't leave an awkward stack to pot ratio if Prestige just calls. You only have a third
I
pot.
know, fake nuts. That's what I'm saying. It is underdogs all
Oh,
night.
yeah.
Prestige is going to go all in. I think Patty's priced herself in. That's the problem here.
Patty's priced herself in.
Oh,
She's getting 4 to 1. She does call. She needs a king.
Yep.
2 times.
Going twice. Patty going to have 2 chances at finding a
times.
king.
There we go. All right. First river.
Yes.
That's a king.
Yes.
Patty holds. Patty's going to
No
get half.
more
Patty's going to get half.
underdogs.
And Patty's
Chop
only going
it
to get half.
up.
Chop it up.
Chop time.
Oh, I love to see it though.
Just when we thought we were going to have another big pot, we
I'm just
chop
happy that Ace King could get there. I hate that I'm even having to say, can Ace King get there against Ace Jack? Why is that even a thing right now? It has been the night of the underdogs.
There you go.
Pretty good odds, though.
Tonight, Ace King is an underdog hand, and it's just insane.
During the summer, there was a tournament bubble that we sat on for like a couple of hours out in Vegas. There were probably about 20 line showdowns. The short stack won every time.
I thought she was on the draw and maybe.
Even if they're getting it ahead every time, which they weren't. Like, you would think there'd be at least one suck out.
Yeah, of course.
They're always.
Yeah, I mean, usually I'm just rooting to see the bloodbath. I don't really care if it's the better hand or the worst pre-flop hand or anything like that, but we are 2 hours in, and that is the first time that a hand like Ace King has even been able to chop the pot. I mean,
Get a brush on the live screen,
I
please.
don't even know how
Brush
many
on the
times
live
a pair
screen.
of sixes on the straight boards and everything has taken it down.
Yeah.
AK is just a drawing hand, for sure, but I mean, when you get to see a flop heads up against ace-jack, you're definitely not expecting ace-jack to hold, especially with how many
Florida
times
live
AK
stream.
has gotten heads up to a flop tonight with a weaker hand, and they just get outflopped every single time. It's very unlikely. It might just be AK, but
6 fold.
You don't have enough.
percentage-wise, heads up, it should be dominating a lot of hands,
Another four-way flop here.
especially on this table. You don't expect to get it all in AK versus
Hey, look
six
at
deuce
this.
or
Look
something.
at this. Queen 10-9. T1000 has flopped
I
with
said they
nuts
were
straight.
It's like
And
boring.
you have cap holding pair in his gut shot.
My Jeep is purple.
Also gut shot for Win.
My favorite color, purple.
Win getting free rolled right now by the king jack
Great
route.
color.
55.
Very underrated.
Yeah. Especially the purple.
5, 16,000. Cap
You know why
gonna
it's the
call.
color of royalty?
No.
It's back in the
Exactly,
old days to
Fig
produce
Nuts.
the
Thank
purple
you.
From that's like the dye from the sea. It's very expensive.
Heads up
Only
to
brings
the
me
turn.
for that color.
That's pretty cool.
Ace
Now
of
we'll let
diamonds
people
will
know
give
because
cap
nobody
a
else
diamond
wants that
draw.
Dude, your outfit yesterday was awesome.
What were you wearing
The
yesterday,
question
bro?
is, if it gets
was like the
there,
Joker.
is
Yeah, like
Cap
purple
going to
suede
have the
shoes and-
confidence in just
Yeah.
his 8 high flush to be good?
Yeah, purple watch band.
Nobody
Joker
wears
shirt.
purple.
Confident enough, even on the
You
scary
love
turn
purple,
card.
Bert
yellow.
called
You
him
wearing
Prince
pink
one
tomorrow?
time.
Gonna be a bunny rabbit?
150.
Cap going to call.
Hell
You
no.
don't have enough.
Yeah.
Pink
Wherever
Panther?
we go,
Have
Cap
you done that
gets
With a little
diamonds.
buddy
Oh
rabbit.
Cap
my
gets his
goodness.
diamonds.
The underdogs! All night. It's underdog night. It's Halloween. Some
And
weird,
we go
weird
check
stuff
it
is
out.
happening.
You gotta get a couple
And
friends.
Cap wants to take it down.
T1000 has got to be irritated
It's like-
about that. It's nothing like flopping a straight,
You win it.
turning Broadway,
And a straight.
and then getting rivered by
No
10-8.
No straight.
T1000 wondering if this is real life right now.
Captain any hand.
As he goes further into the red, unfortunately.
Hey,
He's just been on the wrong ends of it. I mean, he flopped the nuts. What more do you want to do? I guess river the nuts.
Well, Bionic, in Patty's defense, Prestige has led into a four-way flop before with
With jack
complete
shit.
air. Complete air. He's been doing it quite often
Got a lot
tonight.
for
So.
Prestige has a reputation for being very aggressive, and pretty happy to flop with nothing at all.
all right, cool.
As
All right, cool.
Did he add on over there?
Heads up with Ace King, I would snap call Prestige on almost any flop.
it's basically impossible for me to get off of Ace King against a player that aggressive.
Oh. Okay, well, 796.
Any other?
But yeah, in the long run,
Di-
yes, Ace King is gonna be the EV positive play there. But
if it was
Two
somebody
bucks
like
for
Jan doing that or something, someone who hasn't necessarily been very aggressive,
One
I'd
fold.
definitely just snap bucket. But
Oh.
Prestige leading out doesn't have to be a scary thing by any
Yeah.
means.
I'll check in the dark.
All right.
Prestige checks in the
Check.
dark, and his jack
up.
of spades has at least back doors. Caps 6-4 has now a gut shot. It had
That,
virtually
120.
nothing. Now he does have a gut shot.
Well, yeah, Bionic. I mean, he's let out with bottom pair. He's let out with top pair. He's also, I believe, he let out with, was it Queen High when he was first stacked? Queen High.
He calls off his stack with 7-6.
Yeah, free flop.
Fold.
Show the seven.
This is the one bluff I've had in there.
Prestige is going to get through. It looks like it was Ace Jack for
I did an errand for my
We're
Prestige,
still beating 6-4.
Prestige just told the table it's the first bluff he's done today. I don't think he knows that they can go back I can
this is-
rewatch the stream.
This is a value bluff, actually.
I doubt that's true. You seem pretty happy.
Do you think Prestige will be disappointed to know that that was not a bluff?
That's the end of the Queen's Maybe story.
Like, you got him off 6 high.
No, that's the second one.
I just think you're like a ray of sunshine.
Oh, did you look on it?
Because you never know what people go through when they're not.
I forgot what I
Makes
had.
me want to screenshot his leading out with queen high
Still my
and all of that and make a montage and go, this is the first time he's bluffed.
Happiness is a choice. You have to choose to be happy. Can't wait for it.
Idea for the next highlight
Six
reel.
fold.
I choose to be silly.
Heck yeah. For happiness. Like, you're not riding shopping carts.
All right, we are seeing quite a bit of trash in the
Honestly,
mug.
like if you're sad, all you gotta do is just compare your life to some.
Queen 10
dude or
versus
girl
Queen
that they're
9.
well
Patty has cap
Yeah, and you're like,
dominated.
Realistic.
That's good.
Like,
Nobody's
you're kind of
suited.
like born where you're born and
Hey,
born
King
where you're
6,
Yeah, but
that's
a lot of people
the
define their happiness
superior
by,
hands.
like,
We don't know
their
what Jan
situation,
has to go
right?
with.
And they're not seeing the whole world. Yeah.
born. True.
Yeah.
Like,
We
you
know
can-
that Jan has
Reports
a
that
pair,
they're
though.
happiest people.
Good.
T1000 has a better pair with form
I
6s.
think it's purely a choice.
But for us, if we don't have running
Check
water,
through.
that's not a happy thing. You know?
Diamonds
Regardless
on the
of how
turn.
happy they can be.
Patty,
Yeah, I come
gut
from-
shot.
Because
Just outside
we
of
are,
Florida.
Half has a
yeah,
gut
we're
shot.
spoiled
That's
with our
45.
utility, basic services.
Half cut
Yeah.
at
You're
45,000.
Yeah, but I
still
feel like
matter
everybody
because
should be
somebody
entitled
else
to
has
claim,
worse problems.
like,
Right, yeah.
running water. So sad that that's not.
If Jan calls, it's probably safe to assume that he either has a second tray in his hand or another diamond.
Patty has calls here with her Queen 10, which isn't over in a gut shot, but I don't really love it when there's 2 suits that I don't have on the board.
I don't know.
Like, only 2 of those outs are clean.
Yeah, someone always says habit waivers. Like, I'm figuring
Jan
out every day that I wake up. That's my
Is
choice.
going to put the
Right.
raise in.
Looks like 210.
Yeah, I'm thinking like diamonds or some kind of bizarre 2 pair. He wasn't the big blinds.
Yeah, diamonds, bizarre 2 pair, potentially a set of 3s. Set of 3s would definitely raise here to prevent the flushes from trying to draw to that river.
Makes it
Even though
2-2.
he is blocking the diamond draw, but he's not, as far as I can see, he's not blocking the front door flush draw.
I think it's time for King 6 to find the exit.
It looks like T1000 is really tanking some kind of hero here. Big Nuts is saying set. Yeah, I'm banking on Jan has a set here. The only, I don't know, I feel like maybe ace
Like the lightest he
3
is
of
is ace 3 of
diamonds.
diamonds.
Yeah,
That's the absolute
exactly.
lightest.
And then when tax time comes around, I was like, oh, I don't have to
We'll also
file state
assume that
tax.
T1000 10 has been right
There's no
correct.
state tax.
There's no state tax here.
Where they get
Like
you
if it is
property
King
tax.
6, I'm done with
I
the
don't
hand.
own
Or,
a property. I have
oh
no
yeah,
property.
but you gotta pay rent, and they get you that too.
Really? Yeah. my
Now
rent
watch us all look like fools.
Oh,
when-
look at the raise! Look at the raise!
Oh my gosh!
or my rent. No, I'm kidding.
He's just effectively got all in.
No,
Like the other players on the
Rent is
effective stack,
absolutely
he's
ridiculous.
made it 1,500,
Go
and
forward, and we're on.
Jan hasn't snapped
Income
him
versus
yet.
average rent ratio is atrocious.
Jan clearly doesn't have a stud, he hasn't snapped him.
Yeah, it can't be a set if he hasn't snapped.
But he's maybe feeling priced in now. It's another 422
3 or 4 stacks.
into.
Unless he just
Oh
hates
my
having
God.
bottom set.
a call.
Oh my gosh.
Twice? Just one.
He's calling for twice. It could be.
We have a king.
Oh, it is
set of
the
threes.
set!
It is a set of 3s, and
When you hear
T1000
that,
made
you're like,
2 pair that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess he just really hated that he had bottom set. Nothing wrong with it being bottom set. Set is
Jan gonna
set.
double up. I mean, I'm snap calling a set.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do know some players, though, that they feel like bottom set is like the scariest thing to call with on a board like this.
Well, this is exactly the board where I want to call. I just want
Oh,
gold.
absolutely.
I'm probably fading a bunch. I mean, like this
Have
is
an abundance of
results oriented. Like actually, T1000 was drawing dead.
OMG, it was a set. Yeah, I know, Big
Yeah.
Nuts. I'm really surprised it wasn't just a snap.
Yeah, that's.
right?
Yeah, that's a snap call.
Because
for
before
sure.
that,
Not T1000 snipe, unfortunately.
I guess he was just worried, like,
if you're poor,
I'm gonna
you're not
snap
gonna be
call
able
and
to
the
see,
flush is
like,
gonna get
some
there.
little
Some
boy
people
in
can
private
get
jets
really in their heads
flying
when there's so
around,
many
right?
draws
Then
out
you're
there.
Like, oh, my
Like,
life
they
is
definitely
over.
can
So
start
now I
willing
have
some
direct
some
evidence
negativity. And he did ask to run it twice, so I'm assuming that's what was going through his mind. Is he's thinking, I'm good now, but I feel like this diamond's gonna get here, and I'm gonna be very
Gotta
upset.
get rid of it before 12.
Yeah. Like if he's got it, he's got it.
So it's in the refrigerator in the first room, right there.
Yes, 5:30, guys.
I'm really surprised that King 6 only wanted to run it once, though.
Non-binary.
Maybe he just assumed that Jan was on a flush draw. He definitely wasn't expecting him to turn over bottom set at that point.
And not after any non-zero amount of tanking, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like,
Hey, look, my favorite messing around hand, the 7-5 suited. I prefer the clubs.
yeah, I need a litter box.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close to my silly hand. It's pretty
Prestige with
close.
the 8s is going to call.
Okay, 8-fold, 9-fold.
I know a lot of people that are fan of the 7-5 though.
Call.
I believe I just watched King 10 of Diamonds fold.
3 players.
But it is beyond that. It's less insane as this game goes. Senga defends with the Queen Jack
Oh,
offsuit.
yeah.
And
Wow,
we're
you got lots of kids.
go to the
Aww.
flop of King 6-6.
You know what? The
Jet.
coolest thing I saw today
Rainbow.
in the yard?
8s are
Our
still
neighbors
ahead for
have one of those
Prestige.
robot mowers. They put a
I
ghost
agree,
on
Thick
it,
Nuts.
so the ghost was just like
Snap call. I have a
mowing
set.
the lawn.
If you hit your flush, then whatever. I still had the best hand before that river came out, and I'm not gonna be mad about it at all. I mean, I'll be mad, but I'm not gonna express it. I'll be satisfied with my snap call regardless.
Like, I raised my set with the intention of getting in no matter what.
Yes, yeah, exactly, exactly. I raised my set. I'm trying to prevent the draws from getting there, but if you're still willing to put the money in to try to get there, then so be it. Let's see it.
So, Landon fired out 150, got
When my
qualified
kids were little, I
Prestige, holding the
used to
second
go
pair.
all out, like professionally decorate our
And I believe
entire
Saint has
house
folded and the
inside
graphics
out,
haven't
and
caught
then
up yet. I
have
don't see cards in
parties
front of him.
and you're making
Yeah,
memories.
yeah.
Certainly no reason he'd continue with this hand.
Queen Jack is definitely out of there.
Include us terrifying the neighborhood.
Jet.
Like we would do the whole house up.
It's a 9 on the turn.
Ignore the deuce of diamonds. It is not
I
the
think
deuce
it's
of
scam the
diamonds.
card.
Yeah,
Got him like in the little.
9
So
of
7-5
spades.
does have a gut shot now, which is no good because Prestige would fill up.
Only because you keep giving me an opportunity.
We would chase kids out the neighborhood. It was great.
Checks over to Prestige.
My dad was very
300.
300.
Landon should definitely get away with this. I understand the flop call. You could turn hearts. You know, if that had been a 9 of hearts, this could be a completely different story.
except for
Yeah.
my candy.
But the spade coming out, just a gutter that's you don't know is no good, but is no good.
Here's the fold there. Prestige gonna pick up another one.
Don't talk about that. I don't want them for a
Not
long
yet.
time.
Not yet.
10 years.
All right, 10 years.
I felt pretty good about it.
10 years is good.
Prestige up over the 4,000 in the screen now.
Over or under 9.
It's better than sixes.
Over or under 9.
By far the big winner tonight.
Under 9.
But we're only like halfway through the show, so
I mean,
it's still happening.
if my bottom or mid pair could hold as much as Prestige's have tonight.
Yeah.
Woo!
And half of that was the one big pot with the queens, and then he's just had a lot of run good.
Yeah, he got queens, and then after that, it was just like hit bottom pair, it's good. Middle pair is good. Backdoor 2 pair, backdoor trips
Suck
for
it
the
on ace
chop.
king.
Yeah, exactly.
Raise to 50.
And it's have an image that'll get you paid.
8-fold, 9-fold.
So Amanda called with her ace 8 of diamonds. Landon raises it up to 50 with queen jack off. Prestige is in there with 4-3 off.
C1000.
What else?
Look for a third 6. Saying with the ace-5 suited, this feels like a 3-better fold, and he does go for the 3-bet up to 225. Amanda's gonna have to get out of there with the weak suited ace. Folds back to Prestige with the 4-3 offsuit, which he is contemplating.
Doesn't fold.
And he contemplates the correct move, which is a fold. T1000s doesn't have the right outs to set mine. If he's thinking he's in that sort of situation, he is going to fold. You want to have 10 to 1 implied odds.
Free money?
You want to put in 10% the effective stack.
Yeah, every money.
But
Yeah, that makes sense.
saying it's relatively short, so you don't.
And also,
If I was in your position, I would have re-raised. That's what I would
So
do.
sixes just find the fold, and that's fine.
I buy it because I don't like the Trulies.
All right, y'all got sets coming in.
You should try the donkey plays sometimes, Carly.
Like
Bionic,
this hand.
you know. I think I tried the donkey play enough before I actually knew how to play any kind of range at all. When I first moved to Texas, I definitely couldn't claim to be a nit back then. I donked plenty of money to these TCH tables.
There's a lot of times that I've contemplated if only I could be worse at poker. So
I know I folded Jack 10 in the small blind to just an open,
yeah.
and I would have flopped the open ender, and I sat there and just like kicked myself until it just didn't get there, and then
Yeah.
I rewarded myself again.
So Pikachu's going to find his way back into the Pokeball, and we've got Seth coming into the box now. Mill your face around here.
All right, let's bomb it up.
Yeah, it's pretty.
If there's any time to see a bloodbath, it's right now. It's my favorite time of the day, when everyone wants to draw to
Only
something.
defensive play, it's really hard to tell.
It's got to do with the colors. Like the colors are so.
I think
crazy.
that's exactly how I run.
It's
I
not
like to play on pretty tight
No,
games
that's always their
with
color, though.
fairly
No, I mean, in
tight
terms of
players as
having both
well.
of the-
Like I'm always down for there to be like a splasher or two
doubt
on the
that.
table, of course. But
doubt their
if
thought
I'm the
process
only
goes that.
nit
It's
on a
crazy.
table full of donkeys, I will
It's kind of
never win.
interesting, but-
It doesn't matter what I do. It seems like everyone could always get there.
I did something kind of
Eagles.
donkey-ish at a 1-2 game
Yeah.
not that long ago, while I was waiting for the just a second to start out. So $10 straddle gets put on, somebody calls 20, then there's like 5 callers,
That guy just puts that shit
and then
on the
I'm in
generator,
like the
makes
big
fucking
blinds, I
close
look
right
down
here.
at pocket 5s, I'm like, why the hell not? I just rip it for $300. And I get all the way back to the guy on my right who only had $100, and he called off with some like 7-6 offsuit or something, and I won the flip.
That's awesome. That is a bit of a donkey move, though. It's
Hey,
pretty
go for the
crazy.
aggression.
Pretty crazy for
And
you.
we see Sang flopping top set of queens on the bottom. He does have a king on the top.
101 ways to mess with your dealer.
Pretty strong one-way hand out of position. We see ace, ace, jack 10 double suit for cap. Gold and PLO. It's nuts spades both ways here. And an over here. King 10, 6-6 for Landon gives him bottom set on the top board. He is blocking one of his boat outs, though, unfortunately. Gonna call Cap's $80 bet. Prestige does not have a whole lot. He does fold. Just a couple weak gut shots. T1000 with
The set
middle
of
set on the bottom.
sevens.
So Preston, I brought you another drink. I did.
Also an open ender on the top.
Trying to get me drawn.
Feels like it has scoopability, but he is actually dead on the bottom because of
Is that the last one?
those queens sitting there. And he goes for the
As far as
raise.
I know, maybe they're a little
Saying in a bit of a tough spot. He's fading a bunch of outs.
And he just
Pretty
decides to
one-way.
rip
He does
it.
go all in. Cap goes all in. He has scoopability.
Woo, in the chat.
the-
Bloodbath. Bloodbath.
He's got the nut spades both ways. He's got the overpair both ways. And only one ace left. Actually, no aces left. Then he also has backdoor hearts both ways. Over to Landon, who just has bottom set on one side, and that's it. This should be an easy fold for him. Action tracker's backing up for some reason. Like, yeah, Sang's all in.
Max Payne.
Cap's all in. We know this. So action's on Landon. This should just be a fold. This is just bottom set one way, and he has no draws. I'm already in the muck. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, bottom set,
All right,
no
let's do
real
it.
redraws.
Instead,
Definitely.
he calls
I
off.
just let it go.
He calls off
I might be a nittier PLO player than I am a Hold'em player, though, so I don't know how everyone else would feel about folding their bottom set with no redraws, but
Landon's looking for an 8 or a king on the top.
T1000 is going, what did I do?
Yeah, back to T1000. He has middle set, and he has an open ender on top, so
Is there no more answers?
and a two-way.
No more answers.
Well, if there are more than 2 people holding flush draws, it's hard to have a flush now.
I mean, with all the money in the pot, though, at this point, I feel like you just kind of, with T1000s, yeah, I think you just call.
The way he's been running tonight, I mean, he probably isn't setting his expectations very high at this point.
I'm gonna put spade up top, no spade
We're
on
gonna get
bottom.
runouts. See if I can remember who's drawing to what.
No, you're right.
That 4 is a straight, and then that 8 puts up hearts. We get a 9 and a queen. We have
Quad
for
queens
Sang.
and a
And then we
straight.
have a straight for cap on
Wow,
the,
quads. How do you do this, man?
Quad queens.
Wow.
actually, we have the spades for cap, rather. Nut spades on the top.
Nut spades.
Quads for Sang on the bottom. So
Definitely.
they're going to chop up Landon and T1000's money.
So rowdy.
Well, there's a side pot, so I think T1000's straight was good for the first side pot. I believe cap is only in for,
Yeah, he was the shortest stack.
yeah.
Yeah, and graphics show Sang winning a bit more money, I think. Maybe Sang had a sliver of a side pot as well. I think there was a side pot probably between T1000 and Sang.
Alright, I do want to play in the PLO. Good playing, guys.
Alright, good luck out there.
Nice meeting you, man.
Okay, it was Landon. Okay, Landon was in that side pot. And I see Landon walking away. He might be calling it a night. He is calling it a night. We have competition there.
Good energy too. Well traveled, well spoken.
So,
kind.
Sang gets a little side pot out of that, winning the winning with the queens. Well, that was action,
Seat
was
open
a
on live
bloodbath.
stream. Thank you,
just like
Captain.
you wanted.
The only unfortunate thing about a bloodbath is you usually lose a player.
Yeah, and
It is right.
unfortunately,
You want me to change it out?
T1000 continues to have a
You
rough
want me to change
night.
it out? You sure?
I played like 4 hands.
I've noticed.
Cap's just kind of been riding the wave all
He
night.
does speak.
Yeah,
It seems that he's just been up and down, wakes up to a monster, nails it. A couple hands later, it seems like he loses a lot. Definitely had some sessions like that. It's like, God, I just can't get ahead.
certainly has been boring.
Sorry, I didn't know I was.
You're all enjoying this. Be sure hit like, hit subscribe. Tell the entire internet that you enjoy TCH Live. Refreshing my like count now. I see 49 likes. We can do better than that.
Okay, 4, or is it 5? 5 fold, 7 calls. 8
Flynn raising to 30 with ace deuce suited.
1 fold. 2 folds. 3 folds.
And
5.
Cap says 10-5 off is cool.
Patty with the 10-8 of diamonds.
I have a personal hate against the 10-5 hand.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It has 2 straight draws. What's the hate about it?
So I got it all in, heads up. We saw the flop heads up. I had kings. I raised pre-flop. One person called me.
3 checks.
It's a jack high flop. The flop is jack, 10, deuce. I get check 2, c-bet, and the guy just rips it all in. I snap him, of course. And he has 10-5.
Ah.
He hits 2 pair. We run it twice. He hits 2 pair on the top board, and he hits trip 5s on the second board, and I just get stacked.
So here Patty has the second nut straight. Lynn has picked up the nut hard draw.
Bloodbath!
Lynn's got
Bloodbath!
5. Patty just calls. And Patty looking to hold, looking to fade a heart. And she does. The deuce for win is going to give him
Can I get
bottom pair.
color or fill on
Patty
live
going to
stream?
check, hoping to induce a bluff here.
Or
What did you say?
this boy can't take his HS.
And Lynn is not falling for it, as he should not. Deuce certainly no good.
Patty taking it down with that second nut straight.
You hear him? He goes right out there.
Dried out caterpillar.
Oh yeah, ladies' night.
Oh, what a night.
No. Like, you walk over here with confidence. That's what matters.
I said usually not biased towards players, but there's not enough women in poker. You always, as a woman, you just kind of always have to
Yeah.
pull for the women, right?
Speaking of women in poker, congrats to Casey with the second place yesterday in that mystery bounty up in Dallas.
Ooh, yes,
They certainly
please.
made her work for it if you watched that final table stream back.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a ride.
Live 20.
Oh, I'm gonna restrap.
Oh.
Really great person. I've met her a few times.
25 actually.
You've been
Yeah,
dying
I've
for that
never
match.
met her,
Thank you, by the way.
but always proud to see a woman take down anything in poker. We're slowly starting to make more appearances, so it's really nice.
Big Nuts
The only Spanish
saying,
I've
well, the
acquired.
deuce does give him showdown, so not
Kage.
much into bluff. I'm not so sure, though, because
Although the sushi here is actually super
given
nice.
Patty's line, I don't expect bottom pair to be good very often at all.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm
Like, I
ignorant.
probably do still bluff at it, trying to get
Alright,
Patty
Korean
to
barbecue
move
would
there.
be Korean barbecue's the best.
What's your favorite sushi around?
It's too much meat for me.
He could just sense the trap.
My
Saying
favorite
raises
sushi
his butt.
around is I really like
Gets calls by
Kona.
Cap and
It's
Prestige.
North Round Round. Kona.
Same with the very dusty 10-3, Prestige with the ace-3, Cap with the 8s. We go 3 ways to the flop.
It's very fresh.
Ace-4 is going to be 3 aces for
Very
Prestige.
good. And Kai Sushi in Leander.
And
is
he
very good.
smartly checks it back.
Checks over to Sang.
There's a little place I
He
can't think
did
of the name right
he
now.
did raise here. He's the
Omakase.
pre-flop aggressor, so he
Omakase,
should have all the
and
good
they only have,
aces.
like,
So
8
he's going
tables, and it
to
takes,
make
like,
it 75.
for a reservation.
Cap not believing.
It's in yes, that's what it's
Ball
called.
with the 8s. Prestige with trips.
Oh my goodness.
Do we just call or do we raise? He does just call. There's really nothing he's afraid of here. I give you raise, you might only get action from a better
okay,
ace.
In my opinion, it's not great. It's overrated.
And this Jack of Hearts means that Prestige's
blue
kicker
sushi
no longer
in the
plays.
domain is overrated too. I do think the domain's overrated.
Prestige now going to
Well,
lead into
that's not true.
Sang.
Perry's in the
Interesting
domain.
choice here.
Perry's really
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I've never.
So if you would put just one,
Soto.
I probably check just,
But I have-
as I said before,
I've
if I
only
get a lot of action, my trips may
Finished
not be
Soto
good,
4 times. It's pricey.
but I can
It's like a
easily
$400
hold
meal.
here.
one in Cedar Park or in the central?
It's Cedar Park.
In Cedar Park.
Yeah.
Really no
I didn't know
beverage I
there
don't
was a
want to
second
see
one.
here.
Yeah. What you don't want to see is you leading out and getting jammed on.
Yeah, and now
Raise.
Sang's going to just raise. And
So the last time I went there
like
with
now
my son,
Prestige
we
has
had
to make a decision
mother
that he
son
probably
date
didn't have to
night.
make.
Yeah,
And
you
we
don't
ordered
want
the
to
Wagyu
voluntarily
lobsters.
put yourself in a
Amazing.
difficult position.
And then we ordered these little
Which we
watermelon
kind of saw this
cubes with,
last night in the
Toro
tournament too,
on
where
top.
obviously the dollars
the
were somewhat bigger here
Yeah,
than here,
the tuna
but
on top,
Right.
and then goat cheese
there were a
sprinkled
few
over
times
the
where we
top,
saw a player
and then a little bit of balsamic
maybe
drizzle.
make a bet and ends
Oh
up
my
putting
God,
themselves in a
it was
tough
amazing.
spot that they didn't have to. And Prestige
And then-
does just call.
No, you wouldn't think
And
about such a
the
combination.
5
I didn't either, and I saw it on the menu, and I
Not
was
a
like, I
scary
have to
card.
try
He's going to
that.
check, see if Sang decides to fire again.
Yeah, I'm a foodie, so I pay attention to all the.
I don't think
All the
so. Sang
restaurants
has a
that
little
get
over
recommended
pot
because
left.
I'm
I
from
don't think he has enough
California
money to make an ace fold.
Like really good, used to really good food, authentic food, especially like ethnic food. Good Korean barbecue, good Mexican tacos, good Chinese food, dim sum.
This is what sucks about just straight bluffing like
I
this,
really
though,
wanted
is no matter.
He had a no equity bluff.
Yeah, no matter what, you kind of just feel like you have to put more money in the pot on a river like this because,
So Honey
I
Pig
mean,
just opened up,
why stop your
next
story
door
at this
to
point when you've
HR on
already
Lake
decided to
Lake
go with a
Boulevard.
10-3 high?
I think he may have chosen the wrong person to tell the story to, though. I don't
But
know
the-
if Prestige ever
So the only
trips.
thing about Honey
Absolutely.
Pig is their
Absolutely.
seats are little barrels.
I
They're
think
very
Singh is
uncomfortable.
deciding now,
So like the whole time
or
you're sitting
nothing.
there for dinner.
Like, do I wave the white flag or
but
do
you're
I rip
sitting
it
on
in?
this
Do I just go, ah, you got me. I was bluffing with
now
10-3 this whole time.
butt
Or,
hurts,
yeah, no, you
your
have to
legs
go
hurt,
for it.
And
You've
Singh-
committed yourself
Singh
to the
doesn't go
bluff.
all in. Singh
Take a pillow.
goes
800.
800, almost full tie. It's an easy call, I
Just get
think.
you in now. They're like, oh. So the best dim sum, if you're looking for good dim sum,
He
is
does call.
QI.
And he's
called
going to
Chi
see that
in
Singh
Austin,
had nothing at all.
6th Street. Amazing dim sum. They don't have
Prestige
the
going to win
carts,
another
though.
big
It's
one.
not traditional
Prestige is
dim sum.
stacked.
It's like
Over
you
$7,000.
order
Prestige
each
up over $5,000 this evening.
I've been looking for a good
And we're only a little past the 2-hour mark here.
The best
Sushi bar.
Korean barbecue.
The sushi
We see
bar.
the numbers.
Sushi bar. You should
Prestige
have went all
up
in. Had you gone all in,
$1,550.
then I would have made it better. You thought too much.
I mean,
Hey,
he's not
huge.
only running well, he is having players bluff into him like nobody's
it.
business. When he has it.
So it's 2,
This
5,
game's
10.
real easy when they bluff into you and you have it.
You either had an ace or you didn't.
I mean,
What's the best restaurant that you've been to? since you got
Prestige
here?
hasn't been calling
I was
with
good.
air really. He always has a little bit of something at least. So I'm not gonna say you have to always respect him leading out, but once he's called a couple of your bets, you need to give up.
It's definitely not air at that point.
Yeah, correct.
So Franklin's
All right,
is
so
our
this player
favorite,
that
and
just
then
sat down,
there's a place
I am
in South
very
Austin
familiar
called
with,
Ballerinas.
very
They
popular
are- they are
TCH
really good as
regular.
well.
He
Terry
is
Black's is
awesome to
overrated.
play
Black's
against.
is
He is
overrated.
very good action. So he's about to
Like Terry
mix
Black's
this
better.
game
I think it's
up.
That's what I want to see. Prestige going for the wimpy poo with the 4 deuce. Hey, he's got 2 steel wheel cards.
like the original one.
We're playing 8 or better, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And T1000 has
Wakes up
2
to
aces.
just some rockets, just some rockets. Fig Nuts, so it's not slant, the table isn't slanted, but I can see why you would think that, because every time I see that camera angle, it does kind of look like the table is slanted towards seat 7. But no, I deal on this table every Thursday, and it definitely doesn't have a slant towards that seat.
And it was
T1000 made it 125 over Jan's $45 raise.
Interstellar
Over
is
our new
one that
player
we haven't tried yet, and it's very
started
close to our
about
house.
1K
It's on our list
And
to try. My husband had tacos.
he's gonna
there
call
one
it
day.
6-5
They
offsuit.
were out of brisket by the time
Okay.
we got there.
Very, very standard for
Prestige
JB.
gonna call with the 4 deuce.
That's right
6-5
Prestige getting
offsuit
frisky.
is like pocket jacks to JB.
And Jan is going to really wonder about this, and he's going to call up the King Queen offsuit. T1000s, can his aces hold? We go 4 ways to the flop.
Whew.
Do you like Mexican food?
Queen 7-4, JB with the open ender.
Birthday downtown.
Jan with top pair, Prestige with bottom pair. So everybody live against these aces. We see JB, the equity favorite
This is
right now, to
Like
6-5.
high-end Mexican food.
7 checks.
Big notes, it wasn't a bad joke. I'm
It's
just
like
dumb.
Michelin star Mexican.
Over to T1000 with the
Our
aces.
restaurant once until like 2 years ago.
He's gonna make the bet, and he's gonna just
275.
hope everyone folds now, which is not gonna happen.
No, it's not gonna happen. King
Gotta make
Queen
it
is in there.
275.
6-5 is in there for sure.
JB just calling. If I'm him, I consider ripping there.
I would probably rip it. I mean,
I don't mind if somebody folds a spade draw.
I'm just if you're gonna call pre-flop with the 6-5 and flop the open ender, why not just jam it at that point?
Over to Jan, who has top pair,
Okay.
feels compelled to call.
Tell the
We see
commentators
he's
I
in
love
3rd place equity-wise. Jan looking for a king or a queen. JB looking for an 8 or a 3. T1000 looking for a hold. And the king, Jan, has top 2 pair.
Bloodbath, bloodbath,
T1000.
bloodbath,
And now
bloodbath.
JB leads all in.
All in for 520.
Just call, Jan. Just
Oh,
call.
they're having a blast back there.
Amanda's calling us out for having a blast back here. She has no idea
We
how much
sure
fun
are.
we're having right now.
sure are,
She doesn't
Amanda.
know what we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
Now,
Carly has
Jan,
it.
Jan has a choice between calling and just
Although
getting the rest of it in now. Jan has so few chips that you're basically saying that the rest of this is going to go in.
Yeah.
Like, I think calling and shoving
Can
are
if you
basically
want.
the same at this point,
Welcome to America.
given
We're
the
all
stack to
fucked up.
pot.
Yeah, no.
And
Yeah,
if you're
but you
T1000,
wanna
you have
give
to
them the best
seriously
chance.
consider a fault here.
Abnormality.
He does come over the top. Jan is all in. Like, I think aces are toast at this point against this much action. I don't know about you. Like, if I'm sitting there, again, I'm in net, he's going to call.
Yeah, aces should lay down.
Aces are toast.
Aces has to lay down.
Aces are going to look for an ace, a 7, or a 4.
You can assume that one of those players is on a draw, but you can definitely assume that one of them is not. And I don't think anyone is jamming with just a pair right now.
There we
So
go. JB looking for an 8 or a 3. T1000's looking for an ace, 7, or a 4. Jan looking for a hold. Looking for none of the above.
ooh, man, Seth's been in the box for less than 30 minutes, and he is just dealing the pain tonight.
Almost $4,000 in the middle. Here we go. Here's the river. It's a
Oh my
three!
gosh,
JB makes
JB
the
gets
straight.
there!
Okay,
JB makes a straight. I believe Jan does win a side pot.
JB, first hand, wakes up to 6-5 off,
Gets the triple.
gets the triple
Welcome
up.
to the game. We see Jan with some money. I believe he has won a side pot against T1000. The 2 pair going to beat the pair of aces.
I see JB do this all day. I'm not surprised at all, honestly.
Your hands have been great.
Wow.
No love.
But yeah, for aces it is a fold. Heads up, you can. I'd say you can probably call there for sure. 3 that weighs though, 2 all-ins. You gotta let it go. Unfortunately, you hate
Yeah.
to see it. You never want to let go of your aces on a king high board. When there's no flush there yet, of course not. Straight's not there yet, but
Big
you
nuts, I
gotta
was
know
just
that you're
thinking
beat
Full moon
sometimes.
tonight for sure. Full moon over TCH Austin.
All right, can we get some likes? That hand was a blood bath. That was about as spicy as it gets.
Checks on live stream, please.
Hit like,
Hit that
hit
like button.
subscribe. And how is that not going to make a highlight reel? I'm going to have a lot of words with production if that's not in a highlight reel. At
It's
some
gonna
point
make
tonight.
a highlight reel just from our reaction.
Kristen tells me that she has flagged that hand for future highlightage. Like that, the PLO bomb pot, that was pretty nuts. We've had a lot of insanity tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Seth sat down and really just started dealing the pain.
Ace, ace, 10. T1000's thinking, where the hell was that the last hand?
Right. It's always the next
Flop
hand.
leg.
If you're a poker player, you know that the biggest needler in the room is the deck itself.
Yeah.
It loves putting out what you needed the next hand.
Prestige gonna fire out 25 on this ace, ace, 10 board. Jan somehow calling with 6-5 of hearts.
Very curious to know what Prestige's other card is. Did he just flop trip aces again, possibly?
Jan does pick up the heart draw. Prestige throws 100 out there. There's the full 100.
For a split second, I forgot it was Halloween, and I saw the massage lady walk up dressed as like Cleopatra, and I was like, what the heck is she wearing? Oh yeah, it's Halloween, guys.
Jan's gonna break this out.
I'm covered in face paint and forgot that it was Halloween.
Prestige gonna check it over now. See if Jan wants to bluff here with what is basically the worst hand he's ever gonna have.
bets 200.
Well, Fig Nuts at this point, if he wants to get running hearts, he's going to have to see the ocean,
And
because
Prestige going to fold.
I had nothing. I'm sure you had me. Oh my gosh. Almost be raising too. Oh man. Get him. Is that 5-6? That's my favorite hand though.
He
It
said
always
he
is.
had nothing, and his nothing was still better than Jan's nothing.
I've tried all of them
5-6
too, but I've never
suited?
seen you
It was
before.
Oh,
suited.
I love her. She's amazing.
I can't wait till she gets her like
No, that's where you're
plates
from.
up and going. I can like have like a full body.
the V-Pip cap is at the top at 75%.
Yeah, and then
Prestige in a close second at 69.
Worked on a
That's
lot.
a nice V-pip right there.
Eyes.
JB's played half the hands, but he's only played 2 hands. So he's only seen 2 hands. He's played half of them. Patty's played a lot of hands.
Oh, don't worry.
T1000's played a lot of hands.
JB's V-Pip will stay up there. I can guarantee it. If there's any player that was going to be phenomenal for sitting down at this game, it is JB.
Why am I back here?
Why are you back here? Get out there.
We saw Ace-5 hit the muck apparently, and then we got queens for T1000s. How do we think he's going to get beat this time?
Well,
Unfortunately, it's not been his night.
7-6
He's
is in
topped
the
up.
mix. Oh, nope, he's out of there.
He's-
I was
he's
gonna say
faded to
runner
7-6.
7's always out there.
6-3 is going to call. Amanda with the suited ace going to call. Prestige has an ace. He's calling. Okay, there's when he was a straddler with the ace-5 of diamonds. Could go either way here, 3-bet or
He decides to
He
put
just
in the
3-bet.
3-bet.
unfortunate timing. He makes it 225. T1000 has queens, and he's probably throwing up a little bit.
That
Wondering how
T1000
they
is
can
like,
get me this
am
fight.
I going to be set up in every hand for the rest of the night?
Calls. See if Prestige decides to take the flop with the very worst of aces, the ace-6 offsuit.
Yeah, it's if you go to like the Austin.
This is a hand that generally should be finding the
you
muck.
can click on like the live stream where it says in like the schedule.
I mean, Prestige is not a player to lay down an ace lightly, though.
And look what he just did. He folded. Good for you, Prestige. Good job.
Very proud, very proud. Lottie, you play too well. That's true. Big Nuts is right, Lottie. This stream would probably wreck you. It's
Now
the
King Jack
underdog night.
King Jack 5, so Lynn's got a pair. Lynn's got a few more outs. We know that a lot of them are accounted for, but he doesn't know that.
One check.
C1000s, season overcard, like, come on, man. And then the 9 is going to give him a gut shot. And he is blocking the straight. Not that blockers mean anything tonight, but
I like Lynn betting here. If he wants to get it through, he needs to lead out now.
makes it 400 rather. I was about to say 3,000 for some reason. I'm
Makes
losing
it
my mind.
3,000. It'd be a little bit of an overbet, but
Yeah, it's also
this is
more than he's
Texas. We
got.
see overbets all the time.
C100 with second pair on a gut shot. But can you fold yet? I don't think you can fold
I don't
yet.
think you can fold.
And
No.
he calls, and he is ahead. He's just fading an ace or a 5. And he somehow does, but the front door
Front
clubs
door
come in,
clubs
so
come in. If Lynn bets again,
very bluffable here.
he might be able to get it through.
I think you got to send it in if you're Lynn.
Oh,
And he does. He sends it in. He is all in. See if T1000 can find the corner with second pair. He's like, God damn it. That's the look on his face right now.
he's so frustrated. I can understand.
Every damn time.
It was just, I mean, the clubs coming out is just a perfect card for Lynn to jam on with air.
Absolutely. He can definitely have the club draws the way this hand's played out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Check,
every
check,
club.
leads turn, bets river. Yeah. Queens is disgusted. He is so sure.
And he doesn't block the clubs either.
No, that's the worst part.
The good news is he blocks queen 10 pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like he blocks the straight.
He knows that he's not up
Does not
against
block the
queen
flush.
10, but not having the queen of clubs in your hand is definitely a deterrent to calling, for sure. It's so funny how that works. You know, when on the flop, you're happy you don't have the queen of clubs. You're like, yes, I'm not blocking the draws. And then when the draws get there, you're going, damn it, why am I not blocking these draws?
Yes, Vic, that's 10-8 does get there as well.
10-8, yeah. I don't know if Lynn was the...
Is Lynn 3-betting with 10-8?
Yeah, Lynn was the 3-better pre-flop, though. So 10-8 for Lynn would be a stretch, I would say. But I mean, on this table, I guess it's kind of hard to pin any player on not 3-betting with 10-8 occasionally. Everyone has, I would say other than like Jan, everyone has been a little splashy here and there. Everyone's had their like 1 or 2 hands that they've just decided to donk a little bit.
Taking another look at his cards, I mean, I wonder if this is a card funeral for the queens here.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
It really was.
He hasn't
I figured
Waiting
used his grip on the cards yet.
Yeah, exactly. Big nuts. The table. Oh, he does
calls,
make the
he
call.
Calls. Well done.
What a hero.
I'll be on your list next. Or, but,
Here, queens will beat the
pair of
He
fives.
will stack Lynn. T1000 profiting over $2,000.
Yeah, 10-8 of clubs. Yeah, very, very reasonable, Fig Nuts. Very reasonable. Like, it is a little loose. It's hard. See, I find it hard to bank on 10-8 of clubs because I am a nit. But I also have to remind myself that not everyone folds, you know, King Jack under the gun and stuff like I do. So 10-8 can be in there for somebody that actually has any kind of range that isn't Jack's plus.
If you look at these winnings, we see T1000 has dug himself basically halfway out of the hole.
With a great hero call. The story was very believable. It definitely wasn't easy to make the call, not even close. But he put 2 and 2 together and said, screw it, I'm done running bad tonight. If you hit this flush, let me see it. I don't give a damn.
I mean, being stuck $7,000 the same as being stuck $5,000, right?
Yeah, it would be nice if I could like actually tip the dealers.
It's all the same at some point.
I mean, at that point, yeah, being stuck that amount is practically the same. But picturing the amount of money that you'd be winning if you called makes a huge difference in your head.
King 9 of spades for T1000. Facing a $20 straddle, couple of limps.
One raises to 175.
Tiny raise from Prestige, and T1000 going for the re-raise up to 175.
I kind of would have liked the re-raise to be a bit larger.
And Sang's going to just rip it in with those 5s. And I was just thinking, yeah, these raise sizes from both players were kind of on the small
Yeah,
side.
55 was small, 175 was definitely small considering how many people had limped, and with the 55 in there, I probably would have went upwards of more 200, 225, at least.
Gonna get the count right, I think. It'll be back to Prestige. I mean, Prestige should be folding here with the queen 10 off. But instead he calls, and T1000 just calls. I think that was a dead raise. I don't think that was a full raise.
I did not see the exact amount that he was all in for.
I didn't catch it either. In any case,
Saying Rip City.
Sang walked into the main pot, side pot between Prestige and T1000.
And somehow Sang is still ahead, even on the ace-high flop. That's good.
Prestige picks up a draw, and he's going to bet at this.
Wait.
T1000.
Can Sang hold?
I think they're talking about running it multiple times here. No side pot to speak of.
They are running it twice.
There's a king, which is going to be the straight for Prestige. And there's a 10, which is going to be a pair for Prestige. Prestige is going to scoop this pot here.
Chop. They have a straight and then, or no chop. Pair 10.
That's right, Seth. That's
Yeah,
a 10.
that's a 10.
Prestige has a 10. There's a 10 on the board, which means he has 2 10s.
Five and then
Thank you, appreciate it.
Prestige taking another one. Gets there both times.
His face paint's a little itchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable. I keep going to scratch my face, and then I realize I'm covered in face paint. If I scratch my face, it's gonna be really
It just reminds me
bad.
of like Hocus Pocus.
I've never
That's
done
the
the face
last
paint. I've got to say.
Have you seen Hocus Pocus 2?
See if I can figure out how to get this
one.
shot.
No, I really want
See if we
to.
can get a view of the face
Is it
paint.
good?
Seat open on live.
It's out. It's okay. Okay.
See how bad I break this. This one?
I don't know. I've never touched these. I've never dared touch these buttons. I always let David do it.
Might be over here. Now, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. I could have sworn it was over there. I knew this at one point. This is a thing that I knew at one point.
Oh, chat. I wish you could see Lottie playing with the screen right now.
I'm going to
It's
quit
pretty
playing around
good.
because we have queens and we have 10s. And we have another potential bloodbath here.
What up, Jaywin?
Jaywin, great to see you, man. It's been a pretty insane night. You got to go back and watch this. This is just insane from wire to wire. Queens and 10s.
Seat
Interesting
open.
flop here. They both have a heart draw.
3 checks for
Queen's still ahead.
Now
Queens.
Queen's way
Well,
ahead,
good
but
news,
the
bad
ace
news.
can
Good news,
come
bad news.
out.
She has a set, but Cap picks up the open ender. Patty feeling pretty good about her set plus heart draw.
wasn't on purpose.
I don't think Cap's going anywhere with the 10 of hearts, and now the open ender.
And 10 of hearts really key card here. Patty goes $400, which will effectively put Cap all in because he only has 635 behind.
And he does lay it down.
Gonna show it.
With the high. You have a high too, right? You know, five?
Yeah.
It's not any of these buttons, is it?
I don't think so.
I'm so bad at this.
Yeah, David's the pro at showing us on screen.
Yeah, he's the one who knows what buttons to press. And I don't know what buttons to press, so I'm going to stop trying to press those buttons. I was trying to give you one more look at this wonderful face paint that Carly's applied. But what you have to do is after the show, rewind back to the very beginning. They got a shot at the beginning of the show.
I bet it's not wrong.
And you'll have to see it there.
Seat open, Jaywin. You can make it.
Question for you guys. Will y'all be upset if I
Yeah,
make
get
it
over
20
here.
minutes?
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what I get for trying to I'm gonna bully y'all like no other.
Not sure what that
man.
background work is.
Stream's been going an hour and a half. Yeah.
I was kidding.
There's just a random TCH player screwing something into the wall back there. It's probably not anything serious.
Yeah.
35 is good.
Yeah, I mean, at 35, Cap's got 9s.
3 calls. Play a game, say at least 4.
Gonna call.
It only goes for 4 hours.
The live stream does, but the game can continue.
Yeah. So are you,
Especially for somebody who's in for a lot of
are
money.
you saying, huh?
10-4 when it's gonna be open-ended.
Really?
9's still ahead,
I think everyone
blocking
would disagree.
the open
I think
ender.
etiquette would be asking to leave
8,
before.
that's 35.
Actually,
You might be
but 4 hours is definitely not the numerical definition of etiquette.
I would say one orb.
I will stay just for you, but I don't think anywhere it's written or anyone else at this table would agree that 4 hours is etiquette.
I haven't played enough to have an opinion.
I'll get to
I
proceed.
played plenty, and I know people that
I
have
do
stayed
agree
3
that
hours.
I would like to
I
stay
also have
to,
my
like,
own
try and win
opinions
some
of
my
that.
back.
Okay, I will stay for y'all too. Sure.
8, that's 1.
Juice didn't change anything. Lynn's gonna fire again, $100 to see if Cap can continue to call with the
3 calls.
error. Instead, he's gonna. Is that a raise? Did he say raise?
May change.
Or is this a call? I think this is just a call. We're gonna get changed for a pink here. Pink chip is worth $500. Black chip is $100. Cap calls, we go to the river, which is another queen, so Cap should actually feel better now. See if Lynn decides to follow through here on the river.
Showdown.
Instead, he's going to give up, and nines are going to be good. So there was conversation we heard during the hand about the possibility of continuing after the show. The stream goes for 4 hours. If the players want to, the game does continue for as long as they want. It just becomes another 2-5 game. And I'll tell you, last week the game immediately died, like after the stream ended. That happens sometimes. You should not feel bad about playing the 4 hours and then just racking up and leaving if you want. You've had plenty of chances. So you know what? I need to use this button. I'm going to break the stream, or I'm going to show us these faces. Hi there.
Happy Halloween.
You into the booth here. Look at this face paint. This is good.
It's
She
very
went all out
itchy.
here. Probably went all out.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so I also but there was a comment that said 4 hours isn't etiquette, and
4 hours is more than enough.
I will say on any random cash game, no, you don't have to play for at least 4 hours or something. There's definitely no rule of time that I think you have to sit down on a cash game. Usually, if people give you a hard time about getting up from a cash game, it's just because you've won money and they don't want you leaving with the money that they've lost to you. But eventually, there is a time to rack up and leave. However, if you play a live stream, though, it is definitely etiquette to play the whole stream, I would say. Unless you bust or something, and, no one's going to force you to buy back in. That's a little different, but you don't want to be the uppitiest player on the live stream that's won all night. Yeah, and then hit and run. Don't hit and run a live stream. It's not great.
But play the whole stream if you're going to play a stream. But after that, you can leave if you want. See what goes with trips.
Lottie got the young Frankenstein Gene Wilder look going on.
We see Patty's raised here. Patty holding just a gut shot. We see front door spades did come in. T1000 with the trips. But T1000's also really getting smacked around by the duck tonight. Cap has a 10 and a slightly better bad spade draw. T1000 folds the trips. Patty's going to get it through with a Jack 7.
And she's so cool. Cool as a cucumber right now. Stacking those chips. She looks very confident. Yeah, I had those spades.
So Jaywin with a great question. Who's playing the best regardless of result? I'd say T1000 has been playing pretty darn good.
Except when he just folded his trips. Just now in this hand.
Well, also, I was going to say, except when he folds off with the aces.
Yes, calling off with the aces.
There was a huge ton of action ahead of him where that might make a highlight as well, where he calls off with aces into 2 players. And
that have both jammed.
It's not correct there.
Yeah. It was definitely a fold.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, he has been playing well. He has not been running as well as he has been playing, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Prestige wakes up to the dirty diaper and then says, you know what? Let's make it 50. Why not?
Did he just get it through?
And he gets it through!
This might be the first time the entire night that we didn't see a flop. That took a little over 2.5 hours. And that money's going to stay in action, though. Looks like he has put on the straddle.
25.
I mean, Jan's played pretty solid as well. He hasn't had a lot of hands to work with, but he hasn't made any huge mistakes. Amanda's played okay as well. Again, she's just been on the wrong hands of it constantly. I do wonder if T1000 was just letting the variance get to him when he folded those trips.
Yeah, I mean, I think he saw the spade come out, went, oh my god, I could not run any worse tonight. Yeah. And straight into the mug.
Around to see if you pair it up.
One raise.
And now he's going to open King 4 offsuit. Now
This is when the tilt comes in.
Ace-3 suited's going to call. JB has pocket tens. Going to just call here. Prestige with 7 deuce. We don't even have the 7 deuce game on.
4 players.
For JB, I definitely would have raised it up. I mean, with tens, you would get it through and would have had just a win pre-flop. And now Amanda has outflopped him with his ace.
Yeah.
And he's not going to get her off of it.
We check through. And
now
he's really not going away because
definitely
now she's got
not
a
getting
club
it.
draw.
Yeah, absolutely
and
not.
You have JB with tens and everyone else with absolute garbage, which is absolute garbage. Amanda goes for 150. She's got the whole world here. Top pair, nut clubs. And probably not going to find herself any action here.
Prestige has really devious thoughts right now with his 7 deuce. He's asking for chip counts, and it does go into the mug, but he was definitely thinking about it.
Got to keep up appearances, too.
I'm on the board!
Look at that. Amanda's on the board.
Enough to matter.
All
Yeah.
right.
You love to see it.
That was a big one, though.
Prestige and JB, the big winners so far.
I think you deserve that. You waited long.
1,000 win, and
And you
Amanda
were
still
working
have
hard.
plenty of time.
I'm gonna have to change my little scheme.
Change it. It's a good one. I like it.
Yeah, but no, like patience, like good
Looks
things
like
do
we're
come
going
to
to have
those
some more.
who wait.
2, 5, 10, 20.
Make your waiting time valuable.
Productive.
Product, yes.
Lucrative.
Agreed.
Same.
All the ifs, the tips.
9.
My back massage is really great. Just helps.
T1000 decides to bump it up to 50 with a good 9-8 off.
And the lady is awesome.
7 calls.
I want to say it's just like tilt raising at this point, but at the same time, you know, it's been an underdog kind of night. Maybe he's just putting 2 and 2 together and it's like, you know, all the trash hands are hitting tonight and I'm getting a piece of that action now.
He's going to get squeezed by Lynn, who has the king-queen, which is the superior holding. And now 9-8 has to get out of there, and Prestige should probably get out of there, but he's not going to get out of there.
He's
Because, hey,
suited. It's
Famous last
suited.
words. It was suited. And would you look at that? He's got a pair, and he's got a gut shot.
And a backdoor flush draw.
That too. Lane just has 2 overs, and gonna call, which
Prestige is not going to get away.
Yeah.
No way.
Prestige doesn't fold middle pair.
Absolutely not.
Prestige calls with middle pair. And we go to the turn, and Lynn out-turns Prestige. Lynn now with the queen. But Prestige with plenty of outs. 7, 5, 4, 4.
7 bets, 325.
Prestige going to leave this turn. Unfortunate timing here. Going 325, but Lynn has just improved.
You'll have somebody come in who has it.
That said, Lynn's also probably considering what rivers he's going to hate, which is most of them.
9-8 looks real good there. Yeah, Big Nuts. I would say if 9-8 had decided to stay in, he definitely would have loved the flop.
But I don't think he can fold here. Lynn's going to jam. See if Prestige can get away from this.
I don't know if he can.
Prestige going to ask how much. It's about 1,400.
Don't worry about it. I fold. 7
And he does fold, I believe. Yes.
He did fold. Prestige managing to get away before any more damage could be done now.
Thank you.
Damage to either players. That 5 came out, it would have been a bit nasty.
Yeah, we're 7. But you know, if I'm Prestige, I'm probably not leading that turn. That queen is going to be so much better for the razor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you're really determined to see a river, just go into check call at minimum.
Yeah, you have a hand that can easily check call. You have third pair and a draw, but you have third pair.
Yeah.
So let's just call and, like, let's hope he's just barreling with air, which people have been known to do around here.
Yeah, of course. T1000 has queens again. Opens to 25. A man in pocket four is going to call.
Prestige going tiny raise with the ace-9 offsuit. A hand which I'm often just folding there. If I'm going to raise, I have to go bigger. Nobody's ever folded.
Queens is going up to 250, 275.
Yeah, T1000 has queens, so he's obviously 4-betting. I mean, it's like, oh, well, that was fun.
Right.
And
do I want to call a 3-bet with pocket fours? 4-bet with pocket fours? I don't think so. No 4-bets for me today.
T1000 thinking he might have him on the hook here. And 10-6 deuce is going to give T1000 the overpair and the queen high diamond draw. Prestige checks it over, having totally whiffed this flop.
I'm pretty surprised because I feel like this is a very common spot for Prestige to lead out. 3 diamonds on the board, 10 high flop.
T1000's going to make it 175.
Raises to 450.
Oh no.
And Prestige raises at the wrong time.
Makes it 450. T1000 should not be folding his hands. That said, they are insanely deep. I wonder if that is going to cross his mind. Like, he's just gotten into a big pot with the other guy who started with like 7 grand.
The other guy that can definitely be full of it a lot of the times,
Like,
though.
this is-
Honestly, and I'm not going to say that I'm a genius player, this is even correct, but I would just jam.
Yeah. Like,
if I had queens on this flop against Prestige with the queen of diamonds, I am going to jam.
you get the right cards out, then like we could set a record for a 2-5 pot.
Yeah, seriously.
T1000 does call. 7 of hearts is going to give Prestige a gut shot. See if Prestige continues firing here. He is reaching for chips.
This is definitely not a scary enough board for T1000 to lay anything down.
$1,000 from Prestige.
Exactly, Fig Nuts, and this is where T1000 gets unstuck.
2/3 pot. This could get him totally out of the hole. Good point.
Yeah. I just don't know. At this point, I don't know what Prestige thinks he's going to be able to get T1000 off of. With
6 of hearts, so
with T1000 calling you down like this and you having the ace in your hands, you're not bluffing ace king or ace queen out of the pot or anything.
Prestige's bet, I don't know how much. Just another $1,000. Same bet never feels that strong.
No, never. It's not strong enough to get queens to lay it down either. There's too much money in the pot.
Have an overpair.
Absolutely.
If you were good before, like you're getting better pot odds and not much has changed, he is going to call. Prestige is going to have to show the bluff. And here's the queens, and Cap going to give him a little congratulations table wrap there. T1000 winning a pot of over $5,000. But you know what the good news is? Prestige is still up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he started the stream off really, really strong.
And he's,
so.
in fact, he's still the big winner. Like, he's only up like 2,000 change now. But we see T1000 almost out of the hole. Shows you just how crazy things can get here on TCH Live.
It's just so unfortunate because T1000 really has just been running really bad, and even in spots where he can take down a $5,000 pot, he's still down $100, and that's not necessarily because of anything wrong that he's done. It's really just been underdog night.
Like, I was half expecting the 8 to come out. The way
Yeah,
T1000's been running.
yeah. I'm saying you're trying not to like will it or anything, but it's like, it's just happened so many times tonight. How is it not going to happen again?
I've been in that seat. It's like, okay, how are they going to get me this time? Like just Saturday, I was playing a tournament, and I spent the whole day digging out of the hole. And then I win a flip to get like 1.5 starting stacks, which is the most I had the entire day. I immediately get jacks versus aces. Oh well.
You gotta love it. You
Yeah.
gotta love it.
T1000 with ace queen. Cap limped in with 7 deuce, and now T1000 along with raising rather with
And
ace
Cap's
queen.
gonna call, because Cap loves 7 deuce.
Heads up to the flop. So far, so good for ace queen. Jack, check. Takes another one down.
Yeah, Fig Nuts, I agree. With still an hour to go in the live stream, you definitely want to hold your profit.
Band's cover of that song.
I'm gonna look it up now.
The deeper you get, the more decisive you want to be. You don't want to just be bluffing it off. People are going to call you. Just because you've been running well and taking down pots doesn't mean that your aggressive image has cleared up necessarily. The table still has played with Prestige a lot. They are very familiar with his play style, and if he isn't careful, he could definitely lose the profit quickly if he just keeps voluntarily putting the chips in. Or maybe he'll just keep running like God. Keep it up all night, who knows? A couple bad hands doesn't mean that your run good is over.
Looks like we have a live 30 here.
6 goes, 7.
Here, Patty.
Maybe he's in there with Queen 9 off.
Sometimes these big trials end up slowing the game down.
I've
like, you
never
actually
done
get
that in my
fewer
life.
raises.
Yeah.
I love it. I've never tipped anybody.
I'm gonna go 3 ways against this pot.
So there's
Two
actually
pair.
a superstition.
T1000
Well, one, yeah, I am part of it.
on this
There's a superstition that
5
if you knock
board.
somebody's chips over, it's
All
good luck.
hearts. Cap with the
I
only
heard
card
that
with
many
7.
years ago.
And he's got bottom pair.
And a heart and snap called that 50. Didn't even
T1000 they
hesitate.
call. JB with middle pair. And the 4 of
You're
clubs.
like one of my favorite people.
Nothing at all. T1000 still well out front.
Oh, it is a superstition.
Makes it 200. Gets
It's,
the heart out of there.
You know, it's not good to be
9
superstitious.
out of there, takes it down.
Ever since I heard that, it's like.
Turn your
What?
cell phone off. Come on.
Alright, I'm gonna step out for 1 minute. I'll be right back with Carly here.
Right.
The ads were like there.
All right, quick, everyone throw your opinions about Lottie out there while he's not in the booth.
Big
YouTube Premium. No ad.
I refuse to pay for something I use like 3 times a month. I'll watch the
I'm
dang
already
ad.
paying for so many different freaking things
Let's
right
see,
now.
it's 9:12.
If I watch
We started slightly late, so we have about an hour left in the stream.
Me too.
If you
except
have
that now
not
that there's
liked
3
or
of us, you
subscribed
can't
yet, please
order
go
for
ahead and
Yeah.
hit those buttons. Is anyone still experiencing
Yeah, get, like, the family
trick-or-treaters?
porn, like,
Are
have one of them
trick-or-treaters allowed out this late? Is this still a thing? Are you guys done with your
Had the same hand, like
civil
3 hands in a
duties
row.
today? Candy bowl put away or what?
6 bridges to 60.
How are you today? And so my
All right,
daughter
La Trash
was
hitting the muck.
and now she's
910 goes ahead and bumps it up to 60.
it's a waste of food. And nobody ever eats
It's a
leftovers.
fairly
Put 'em in
big
the
open.
fridge and
He
then
is just going to get
a
it
week
straight
later,
through,
throw 'em away.
Same thing, yeah.
giving a little expression of surprise that he didn't get called, opening 6x.
I think so. Like the way that they work it out from a meat
There's
perspective
one last one
is
in
their
there.
most expensive cost, right?
Is there any more in there for you?
For the chicken or whatever. So it's usually 1 pound is for 2 people and 2 pounds is for 4 people. So they come in 1 and 2 pound, 1 pound packages, right?
I'll have another one.
Prestige and Lynn are tied at the top for aggression frequency at
It's kind of an
50%.
Amanda thing.
Amanda and T1000 coming in close seconds with 46
I don't know. I feel like her and me could be like the
45%.
forces of good or like evil combined. I don't think
I'm big or I'm
like some
straddle.
personalities with like names kind of match, but like I've never really met like another Amanda.
Lottie walks away for 2 seconds and all the hands just go to trash.
She's watching the stream. One raise is going to be 30. This is some Amanda girl. Hope she doesn't.
She's probably awesome.
You missed nothing, Lottie. You walked
Well,
away
I mean,
and the
that's
cards
important.
just went dead.
Good to know that nobody's gotten stacked in the
That's
2
cool. I
minutes
mean,
I
the
was
more
gone.
hands, the better you are. I can take number 2.
One bet's 30.
I've been number 2 like all day, so I'm comfortable in that position.
King 5 decides to lead out.
Okay.
So I see Fignut's making a joke about my hair. Yeah, I'm going to get a haircut probably
Does she play?
One bet's 75.
probably before I go up to shot squad.
That's cool though.
Heard a while, right?
Your wife?
My fiance.
Fiance.
Oh, and when you just get there, when you
Look
just
at that.
lead out with king high and nothing but back doors on the flop, and then you just
Yeah.
get there.
I can
It's the
understand
wheel.
If you're worried about losing, you probably shouldn't play anyways, right? So.
that. Scared money don't make no money.
That's the common story.
One
Yeah.
bet's 200.
Hopefully Cat does not decide to be a hero here. He does not. Would not have worked out for him.
T1000 up
You're
almost
the adventurous
$11,000
one.
in his stack here, which
Adventures when it comes to travel.
you would think he's up piles but the way he's gone tonight. But you know what? He's had the heart to keep adding on, and this is the beauty of master stack.
And he's finally up
Like he's in for
1,000
10
up
grand, and he's got
300.
10,300 in front of
How
him.
adventurous she was until she met.
Aw. That's cool.
How's that? That's like $100 an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was so.
20 big points. That's a solid win rate.
There's that underdog theme again. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
I mean,
I was actually
should
wondering
10-3
if you
been in the
were
hand,
gonna
big
come
nuts?
back.
I'm not going to say yes,
I
but
disregard,
yeah.
but-
King
I
High
mean-
was the better hand pre-flop. It just took the long way there.
September.
Yeah.
Aw. Well, congratulations. That'll be
6
fun.
fools.
Hopefully no more where there's hurricanes in September 8th.
Oh my goodness.
Prestige waking up to ace queens. Definitely going to bump this up
That's a good hand.
to 55. These are some big opens we've been seeing.
He's gone from small to big.
Yeah.
Like a switch is
Yeah,
flipped.
and it was in Chicago.
Apparently we are opening to 5 to 6x.
And we're still going 4 ways to the
And we're
flop.
still going 4 ways, of course.
Hooray for these inelastic responses.
Even the dealer.
6-3 deuce is going to give T1000 a pair and a gut shot and the best hand at the moment.
4 checks. 5 or 7 bets. 1 calls. 3 calls. 4 calls. 3 calls.
See, Patty has the backdoor nut flush draw. That is not coming in.
There's another 6. This probably ends it, I would imagine.
4 bets. 4 bets.
Patty just
Patty's
decides
gonna
to
lead.
lead out. It's a very interesting play.
Trying to tell the story that she's just made trips.
7 folds.
And Prestige had nothing, but he's going to believe her anyway.
Well, I definitely like the story of trips to be the check raise on a rainbowy board. I mean, there's 2 hearts out there, but check raise is definitely better for the trips.
Patty going to take that one down.
But she didn't have trips. She had ace-10, so we'll just be happy that she took it down.
Pays off.
Garbage is king.
Yeah.
As usual.
I think we're into power hour at this point. That last hour of the stream, you know, these trials get a little bigger sometimes. Players looking to get unstuck before we go off the air. Looks like we're going to have some 2, 5, 10, 25.
Right, exactly. I can't choose.
Watching TCH Live. Pulling Lottie, the New York Knick with you. I got Carly with me. We got Kristen pressing the buttons. We got Seth dealing the cards.
He has
We got all of
16
you in
points.
the chat.
And I win the game. I am 8-0.
Zing.
1 raise.
Aggression pays in poker.
It often does.
Until it doesn't.
See,
It
when
does
that-
until you get aggressive in the wrong spot.
He goes for the main raise with the ace 4 suited. JV calls. So does Prestige with his pocket 5s.
Jinx me. I'm
not going to.
Gonna
You
look
just
for a
did.
5 here.
Didn't happen.
Instead, we're gonna see
We're on the
king,
same
king 9 on
Six
this
checks,
flop.
7 checks.
Fives are ahead, but
Oh my goodness.
But it's
barely
a
so.
pretty scary board for
One bet.
fives.
C1000 continuing for
Let's
60.
look at the Bengals haven't even scored yet. That's gross.
Prestige could justify a call here, but
7 calls.
probably going to have a hard time continuing on later streets.
The turn's gonna need to be like a deuce. That's
Seven's
not
okay.
it.
7 of hearts is okay. Doesn't bring anything in. Like a lot of C1000's random overcard C bets don't have a 7 in them. Goes check, check. And the 3 of hearts, again, perfectly innocuous.
7 bets 2.
And Prestige is going to bet 200 here. I probably go check call if I'm him. Like
I
you
would
have
check call. You don't want to get raised in this spot.
Exactly. You have a great bluff catcher.
Absolutely.
Take a break.
You also have 4th pair.
No break. So
Yeah.
go to the bathroom whenever
Yeah,
you
if there's anything, I'd say for
just have
the
to ask
aggressive
permission.
way that Prestige
Seth,
plays,
can I go
he's
potty?
playing fairly well. But at the same time, I would like to see him go
I
into
thought you were set
more check call spots sometimes on these rivers because
Yeah.
there's been quite a few hands tonight where he's let out like this and just
That's
snap gotten raised. And once you get put in that spot, you don't want to make yourself sweat in a
Now, the other
hand.
side is, he is Prestige. So he could get heroed by Ace High, which I believe he's just been heroed by Ace High. And Prestige is going to get an extra $200 out of this.
I'm not saying it doesn't always work out. I'm just saying you get raised.
You
He
get
gets
raised,
raised
it's
here,
gonna suck.
yeah, he's most likely gonna fold. Does Houston TCH go live? Not yet.
Yeah, there's no streaming set up at the TCH Spring location.
Like,
Don't know what's in the plans long term because I'm just the commentator. They don't tell me anything.
Well, the Houston location that's up in Spring, it is our newest location. So I'm sure they were just waiting to get the club fully established in the city before going ahead and streaming. You actually have to have familiar players and regulars that are willing to get on a stream before you can do a live stream. But I'm sure it is coming. Can't confirm when specifically, but my technician is confirming over and over and over again that it will be here at some point in time. So.
Good to know. But you see, you did play in that location this past weekend. Apparently, that's great. Hope you had a great time there. I've been to TCH Spring twice, and the first time I walked away with $24,000.
That's
And the
nice.
second time I didn't. I like the first time better. As we see Cap with an open enter here, we see JB and Lynn each flopping a pair. Prestige with a cut shot that's no good.
Yeah.
And he's gonna bet.
I've really been wanting the husband and I to get out to Houston to play just because I actually went to high school about 10 minutes from where the Spring location is, so I'm very familiar with the area and everything.
Nice.
I would love to go visit Houston, just explore the city I once loved and knew very well, play poker out there. Everyone tells me the poker out there is phenomenal.
Yeah, poker scene's good out there as well. It's great throughout Texas. We see a bunch of calls, and we see JB going for the check raise with his king-queen. Pair plus cut shot makes it 250. This should chase Prestige out.
It should, but we are not going to confirm that it does.
I haven't seen what cards. So
Oh, okay.
Win with the middle pair.
Wait till she gets warmed up.
Sounds like Win folded, and Cap has just shoved for a little bit more. He's just got the open ender. Gonna get quickly called. Looks like they're going twice. There's a jack. He's got a few more. Oh, no, he's got a straight. JB's got a straight on the first board. Cap's still looking to make a straight. Queen doesn't do it. Neither does a 7. JB going to take both halves here. Yeah, the spring location is nice. Yeah, so that first trip there where I won all the money, that was a tournament, needless to say. That's still my biggest lifetime score to date. I chopped this chip leader 6 ways.
We're doing a bump out, right?
I got better than 6th place money. I got better than 2nd place money there.
That's very nice.
No, we were doing
Yeah.
one, right?
I'm hoping to improve on that record at some point this
Going
year.
back.
How many tables does the spring location room seem to have?
I don't remember.
Does it?
It's up on Poker Atlas.
Would you say it's larger than this
It's
room,
bigger
or?
than Austin.
Okay.
You want to
Yeah.
end it, or is this a lot?
Gotta be bigger than Austin. Other locations, Dallas and Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, you can skip out. You don't have to.
9 is going to
Austin and Dallas have the live streams. We're live here in Austin every Monday and Thursday,
So they're 7.
and then Dallas every Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday.
All right, I was about to step out for a minute, but can't miss the bomb pot, the potential bloodbath.
Last one was pretty nuts. Poker Atlas says Spring has 20 tables, which
If
is
you rub them together,
twice as many as we have. We've got like 10 real tables, and then we got a stream table, and we got 2 private rooms.
wouldn't that be
And
great?
we've got a bunch of players taking these flops here. Ace, Queen, 10, Rainbow. Ace, 9, 3, Rainbow.
6 checks, 7 checks, 8 checks.
Nothing
All right.
doing for JB. Prestige.
But JB
Not
has
much.
the wheel draw and a pair of threes
Queens
on the
and
bottom
10s for
board.
win on the top. King 9, 8, 5 is like a little something on both sides.
Patty
Jack
just
10, 8.
flops Broadway and takes it down like a boss.
There we go. That works. And certainly had some backdoor possibilities on the bottom. It was one of those situations where she had something and nobody else had anything. Like that King Jack, that sounds great, but it is a straight. And that's a great way to get quartered.
Yeah.
Straights and trips, someone else can have the same as you. Sets and flushes, nobody else can have the same as you.
Kristen back there now?
Hi, Kristen.
And
Tell Kristen I said what's up.
worked out for her there.
3's coming.
All right, chat, Lottie. Hold down the fort. I will be right back.
All right. Now this is where you all in the chat get to say things about Carly.
It was Carly and Lottie.
9 folds. That looks like a comeback. 1 raises to 25.
Ooh, poor Trey getting smacked around by the
4
gamble.
folds, 5 folds, 6 folds, 7 folds.
I'll gamble.
Patty's giving me an evil. Yeah. 8 calls. 3 players.
Queen 7-4. The only one really connecting here is Ling with bottom pair.
7 bets 55. 8 folds.
Prestige goes the aggressive route and takes it down. Looks like the gamble's not being introduced to me.
I think I've won like 2.
Unfortunate.
There's no money.
Oh, Cap's gonna be 50. 550.
Grab on your seatbelts.
He's all in next
Tab, you trying to
hand.
give me money away?
All in this hand.
Give me queens. Give me queens.
Give me aces.
Prestige calling for
2 red
queens.
ones, and like 3 red cards on the flop.
Give me queens that beat aces.
Looks like that Battle of Ohio is going Cleveland.
Oh, that did happen today.
550.
Uh-oh.
Surprising.
4 folds.
You guys are gonna laugh.
Wasn't Cincinnati just in the Super Bowl?
I got your wish.
Wish granted.
8 of diamonds for JB.
7 calls. 8 folds. 9 folds. 1 calls. Check.
Prestige calls. 1,000 calls. Tapper's going to check his option. We had a $50 straddle on here. Ace 9 7 is going to give JB top pair and the nut diamond draw.
7
That's
checks.
the entire world,
3
but
checks.
unlikely to get any action.
6
if he
bets,
bets.
7 folds.
75. Prestige folds. As does everyone else. JB gonna take this one.
I had the king of diamonds, so you did me a favor. I had a feeling.
You bet on it.
All right.
That's good.
But I mean, we just saw exactly what I was talking about with the big straddles. Like some of these straddles, $50, suddenly nobody wants to raise. And partially, I think it's because it's a lot of dollars, and I think it's partially because somebody who plays mostly cash is probably not going to have a lot of experience playing 20 big blind poker.
Oh, yeah, no. If there's a straddle that's just too large, anything over, I'd say 20, 25 on this table, it's just going to be too much for anyone to want to be involved in the hand unless they wake up to a complete monster.
Like, I've seen some really weird stuff when I've been in those pots. Like, I'm a tournament player. Like, I know how to shove a 20 big blind stack. Like, there was one time, like, somebody straddled like $300 or something. And I rip it in for like $3,000. And then somehow ace-queen folds incorrectly. Ace-queen folds. Trip 7s for T1000 here, but nobody has anything else. So let's see, JB gonna make it 80 and see what T1000 decides to do here, whether we go the raise or the flat option.
One raises to 180.
Goes with a small raise up to 180.
Probably had 7s.
No, yeah.
Is that what you had?
Takes it
Yeah,
down,
quads?
and Adrian Newville with the $4.99 super chat with the Shiba Dog in a combat position
Next time I
super
get a 7,
sticker.
I'm going all in.
And then another $4.99 super chat. I want to play Ladies Night Game. Well, you know what? If we could organize a Ladies Night Game, I'm sure we'd love to have that on stream.
I play Ladies Night Game.
Yeah, like we've got to take a list down. If you have interest in playing on TCH Live, if you go to the video description, there is a link where you can fill out a form to express interest. You know, like what you want to play, what kind of stakes you want to play. If you wanted to throw a note about an interest in a potential ladies' night, you could do that, and production could consider making that happen either here or up in Dallas. I'm sure we can get plenty of really great ladies in one room between our player pools in the different locations. Like, you know, a lot of great ladies who are really solid poker players, and I think it would be a great show.
Oh, well, I'm not looking to play with solid poker players. So
No, you just want to fish.
yeah, I'll play on the mediocre poker live stream.
I try to find some mediocre lady players. That's hard to do. What's not hard to do, though, is get a big pocket pair, apparently, T1000s. But Pocket Jack's going to 3-bet over JB's open. He had 8s. Or rather, his 3-bet over Amanda's open, which quickly finds the fold. King 7-5 is going to whiff both of these players.
And neither of them love the king high flop.
Yeah. It's not the scariest over.
It's definitely not the scariest over.
It's not a great over. 150, C-bet gets the call. And the 8s are going to pick up a gut shot here with this 4 on the turn.
Adrian says, I'm your girl, I'm no good. Well, come on up then.
Fill out that form. We could make this happen.
And the front door spades gets there. Neither player with a spade in their hand.
Playing in the ocean, drifting away.
Jackson will be good if this gets the showdown.
You'll have to find me, I'll be lost.
I'm probably not bluffing at this.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad someone else
T1000 gonna go for this bet. He's gonna go for some pin value here. I respect this. I respect the action there.
JB makes the call. Wakes up to the bad news.
Also, thanks again for your contributions to the show in the form of the super sticker and super chat. Goes directly to those of us working on the show, and we appreciate it. We've got some great people working on this show.
Yeah, Dante's pretty great.
He is. So's Kristen.
Yeah, Kristen's pretty great.
Yeah, Kristen says we're great. Our boss David's great, and Dallas crew. We got great people here. This is why I'm still doing this show. I've been playing since the early days, and now I've been back in the booth over a year now, and I do this because I want to, not because I have to.
Yeah, no, commentating on this live stream is fun.
Yeah.
It's very enjoyable. It's a nice way to kill your Monday nights.
See Cap raising over a bunch of limps with the ace queen of diamonds. And Cap getting absolutely no respect. Gonna go 4 ways to a flop here.
What's respect on this poker table? That doesn't
Suspect
exist.
holdings. 10-8-5 is going to give JB the open ender. It's going to give Lynn top pair.
6 checks. 7 bets, 75.
And the worst hand is going to bet out here, Prestige.
He has the jack 4 though.
He's got the jack 4. I hear that's a really awesome hand.
8 raises, 2 10.
And Lynn going to say, none of this nonsense. Let's go to 210.
Cap just snap mucks and goes, dang it, didn't I raise pre-flop?
And JB's like, wait a second, I have a straight draw. He's going to call here. He's not going to do anything more aggressive. Prestige now going to bow out.
Oh, and there it is.
JB going to get there.
Just drills the turn.
Potential chaos card here. He gets there, but Lynn does pick up a gut shot, so he's not going to be totally deterred.
I want JB to just check back here. Let Lynn fire again.
JB going to lead out.
That's 325.
And say, yo, I just made a straight. Makes it 325.
Yeah, right, exactly. Let me lead out here and go, yo, I either just made a flush or a straight. What is up? Lynn not blocking the flush either.
He has a gut shot that could be dead. And he has second pair.
Yeah, see, I definitely would have gone for the check raise. You don't necessarily want like another heart to pop out or anything when you're not blocking it at all, but you want to get paid off a little bit more. When you just lead out, you kind of put your hand way more face up at that point.
I think he would just hate for it to go check, I guess, and then
yeah,
have a action killer river.
But the fact that
I'm selling
Prestige let out on the flop and Lynn raised the flop, I think it's way less likely for it to go check. I believe if you check to the person behind you that raised on the flop, they're kind of obligated to bet again.
Me? No? Oh.
I saw Prestige JB, the big winners. T1000, third big winner now. Who would have thunk it? Like an hour and a half ago?
I mean, you have plenty of time, you know. When you run bad at the very beginning of the stream, it gives you plenty of time to brush that off and catch your hands and make it back and then some, for sure. 4 hours is plenty of time to dig yourself out of a hole.
We see Prestige going for another ambitious raise, the 9-8 offsuit making it $60 over the $10 straddle. Cap calls, Patty with 9s. Patty gonna 3-bet these 9s. Not a hand you often see 3-betting, but the way it's gone tonight, why not? We know she won't be flapping the set with all the 9s accounted for.
Yeah, 9s have been like the pre-flop jam hand of the night.
Prestige going to call with the 9-8. The good news is he has position. Bad news is he doesn't have a hand. And I think Cap has gotten out of the way as well. So Prestige with one live undercard going heads up against Patty. Ace Jack 7 is going to give him a gut shot.
Of course
He's
it
not
is.
dead yet.
Of course it is.
Patty, undeterred by the 2 overcards, is going to make it
Prestige is
400.
gonna snap. He's gonna snap.
call.
Of course.
Oh my God, he's going to hope for a 10 here. But he's going to get a 5, which gives him a second gut shot. Check, check. 10 or a 6. No,
Nope.
it's another ace. Aces and 9s for Patty will be the best if it gets to showdown. She checks it over.
Prestige is gonna bet.
Prestige is going to bluff at this, isn't he?
Of course. He knows he has to. I hope Patty can
Makes
find
it
the call.
$1,000, almost full pot. Patty
Oh,
folds.
she folds. No.
Prestige going to get a bluff through. Wow. It's been one of those nights.
It definitely has.
Wait for these graphics to catch up here. There we go. Prestige, once again the big winner. Look at these V-pips. Cap bringing up the front with almost 70%. Prestige has played exactly 2/3 of the hands. I love that. We see Jan and Amanda holding the Lottie line, like they haven't fallen below that 15% Lottie line. This lineup, I never thought we'd be talking about the line tonight, but here we are. Like, we got a couple of players flirting with it.
Carolyn and I actually had a debate on whether I was a lower line than yours or not, and she truly told me that she felt like I was after she watched me play like a couple downs. She was like, I think you may have surpassed Lottie in being an it.
Like, there's definitely nights where, like, I'm not this
I mean,
tight.
in my mind, I didn't have cards, but I feel like in a lot of people's minds, if they had seen the hands that were just going straight into the muck, they would have been like,
Some people
wow.
Tell me, some people tell me I'm just Texas tight. I'm not tight, I'm just Texas tight. And speaking of cards that would normally see the muck, I mean, I'm looking at these hands. Only one of them is a hand that I would consider playing.
And, I mean, Amanda's the big raiser to 325 with the big blind.
Yeah, and I'm usually not playing pocket 4s as a free bet, but here we are.
No. I mean, the kind of hands that she's up against, though, she should get it through.
I stand corrected. It said cold 75. I think 75 trial 75.
Dang, I should have played my 5, 6.
Yeah,
In
I
any
mean,
case, it works.
Yeah, if everybody limps, I mean, punish the limpers.
Amanda taking it down.
What do you have?
A bunch of dead money in that big straddle pot.
She also hasn't been playing a lot of hands, so I feel like she also recognized, maybe I can turn my 4s into a larger pair, get it through. She does have that image right now to do so. That image doesn't work for me, though. I could play for 2 hours and only open 2 hands, and I'll still see a flop about 5 ways.
Yeah. Power hour in full effect, though, to see a big straddle go like that.
Oh, yeah.
The round by round, the round by round usually turns into like a PLO game or a
It was from
pot
JB,
game.
though. Not even surprised. Not even
The bomb
surprised.
pot game. But you can usually pull off like a couple 2-5 players in there.
Now, normally you guys would hear me plugging the
1-3
promos
runs
all
like a
night, but
2-5
it's the last night of October,
I mean,
and I have no idea what
Texas
the November
1-3.
promos are. That's why you've been
That's
spared
how I like
that.
to call it.
Oh, he means off
Just
the street.
FYI. If you are wondering,
Right.
the latest
It's just smart.
I don't know. But I'll tell you where you can find out,
Yeah, if you ever want to like text
TexasCardHouse.com.
me or text somebody,
I don't know if they'll put
I'll
them
be
up
happy
like
to.
tomorrow, I guess,
Yeah.
but
I do.
TexasCardHouse.com for complete details on all
Love it.
promotions.
Everybody here is super nice, super happy.
Patty with trip aces.
I honestly
Pretty good.
do not.
Prestige has
Yeah,
a
he's
4,
the
which
one.
has connected with
You got
this.
his donate money? Off you?
Oh, I played with him for like a year straight. He's a buddy. I just haven't talked to him. I didn't know who he had. I knew
Oh,
him.
that's a great buddy then, my goodness.
He still plays.
He had a baby.
Yeah, he still plays, but I don't know him personally, so. I love this. Look at how cute you are. Did you get your
Cameo
sucker?
from Crowley there, I think.
You look so great.
I had to go by and give Amanda some words of encouragement because she had been running pretty bad.
Oh,
my
no.
god!
Oh no, Prestige has found another 4.
Who
First
won?
couple aces.
Bad. Aces full of fours. What
One over
bad?
vote. Prestige makes it 50. Patty with a quick raise, perhaps a bit too quick, makes it 150. 175 rather.
I can't wait.
I would just call.
The only thing you could do is call here.
I'm
A
saying
raise would be
with Patty,
suicidal.
I would have just called.
You're chopping it best here.
When you have the ace, just
Even once
call.
they're born, they can still change that too.
They're less likely to have the
just call if
ace.
you're Patty.
Yeah, yeah.
Super excited, like super cute.
I don't see Prestige folding though. I think this might be a case of knowing your opponent.
Yeah,
Don't
absolutely.
3-bet. Whatever you do, Prestige, don't 3-bet. It would just be the Steamdola punt of the night, I think, if you 3-bet this board. You literally only get action for a better hand. He does just call. Prestige looking for the case 4. Does not get the case 4.
I believe the case 4 hit the muck pre-flop.
I believe so as well. But we gotta pretend.
7 calls.
And
He's like, yeah.
Prestige gonna check call and see the bad news. Patty gonna take another one. Yeah, so like these graphics will account for the dead cards. But like as you're computing your odds in game, you're not gonna know what cards are dead.
No, of course not.
The perfect amount.
We see Patty into the black here. Prestige and JB bringing up the finest cards from the corners.
I don't want to give any Prestige fans false hope, though.
Yeah, I mean, the game's far from over here as we move on to the 69th hands of this program. Thank you all again for watching to this point. Hope it's been a great time. Hope you've hit like, hope you've hit subscribe.
1, 3 calls.
Come back and have some more fun with us in the future. We see the Doyle, the 10 deuce, limp in, the 3 deuce, the dirty typer, or the skinny as some people call it.
7 calls. 8 calls.
Patty's got the clean diaper.
3 calls.
That's the clean one? Okay.
She's suited. She's suited.
Okay. Noted. And we're going to go 4 ways to a flop with 250 in the middle with some more interesting holdings. King 9-6. All clubs is going to give Prestige. Middle pair, the best hand, JB with the open ender.
Not a club in sight for these players.
And checks through, and there's another 6, which helps absolutely
How do
nobody.
you get roped into doing that?
6 bets 55.
JB going to speak up here with his open ender. Prestige does have a pair.
7 calls.
He's going to call. He does have the best hand.
Heads up.
Heads up to the river, which will be a 4, which is 1 pip too few for JB's course. JB probably going to bluff, though.
Prestige is not one to lay down the 9, though. He does make the call.
160 gets snapped by Prestige, who's going to just turn it over. Spare JB having to show the misdraw. Another pot going Prestige's way here. RS Actuary, thanks for watching. Have a good evening. Maybe like pause this, catch the end of this afterwards, because who knows? I mean, we still got like another half an hour probably. I mean, who knows what the hell could happen the way tonight's gone.
It's still early on Halloween. The weirdness is still in the air.
looks like 2, 5, 10, 20.
5 fools, 6 calls, 7 fools, 8 fools, 9 fools.
Oh, they got
Ace
off the
five.
board.
And 5 deuce of diamonds going to check his option. He's dominated.
You guys still making money, right? Huh? The guy. Or whatever. What's the player?
Nick Chubb.
Chubb.
Yeah.
Is he?
Both players totally
Honestly,
with
that's like the
haven't
last
checked
name I would
in
ever
the
put money on.
This backdoor is for
Check
everyone.
him.
Check,
He's actually
check.
a really good player.
And
Jake
there's
does pick up
backdoor
on spades.
spades.
I know nothing about sports ball.
Check, check, and there's an 8. And there's a pretty ugly looking board.
Just know those like
And it's
little
going to go
tricks.
check, check, and JB's going to win a tiny little pot there. See a couple more people calling it an evening.
I
Thanks
told
for
you.
watching.
I told you.
By far, like,
She's
miles
amazing.
go
Like
on a
she pays
little bit
attention to your
longer here.
breathing for like when to put pressure. Oh, I love her.
away.
She's great.
Yeah, for those of you that can stick in there, we still have about 25 minutes or so, I believe. 20
Probably a
minutes.
little less than that.
Like Alicia's top cheerleader.
I thought we started at the 15-minute mark.
525.
Can't wait till she gets like a spot.
But you know, we've had 70 hands so far. They've been some real doozies. It doesn't look like an impressive number of hands, but go back and watch this. I mean, this was just friggin'
Get
insane.
like an old ambulance or something. That'd be so fun.
This is way better than having 120 hands, but like none of them see a flop.
Yeah. I just feel like
And
it's
look at
safer
this,
to,
we
like,
have
not be there.
threes that meet at 125, and
I'd be
now
weirded out.
ace jack calls, 10 calls, 10 calls just rather. And,
It's just a
3 players.
3 ways, 2 a flop.
And there's the set of 10s for
There is the
T1000.
set of tens. Amanda's got a gut shot.
4 checks. 5 checks.
We check through to the turn we go.
Oh
And there's
my
a 3 set over set here.
God.
Patty with bottom set. There are 3 spades. I'm not sure if that's going to deter anybody though. T1000 is going to fire out now, holding middle set.
75.
I don't see how Patty can go anywhere with the set.
No. I don't believe she is.
375 was
Have
on
a
the
good
bigger
night,
side.
Skull.
If you wanted blood, you came to the right place.
Just saw TCH in the news, didn't catch the story.
We'll get to that after.
I'm honestly not even sure.
So to the river we go. It's a 4 of diamonds, so board doesn't get much scarier.
One bet's 400.
Another $400 bet from T1000s. Patty's going to quickly call and see that her set is not best. Unfortunate there. Yeah, so, yeah, Sammy, there's just some news about some legal wranglings in Dallas. But the important thing to know is that Dallas is going nowhere. Dallas is going to remain open. In fact, we just had the Mystery Bounty Tournament this past weekend. You can watch that back on this channel. And the case continues to work its way through the legal system, but TCH Dallas going absolutely nowhere. aces for Patty now. This will maybe help cleanse the stink from the set over set that we just saw.
Okay.
She makes it 50. JB is Jack 9 suited. He's not going anywhere.
Perfectly good call there.
Little suited like Doyle Brunson. No, I think not.
Finds the knock. Heads up to the flop here.
Heads up.
Can the aces hold this time? Queen 10-4. Aces in some jeopardy here. JB with the open ender. This story sounds familiar, doesn't it?
4 bets, 125. 6 calls.
Patty continues for 100.
JB's not going anywhere on that flop.
He calls, and there's another 10.
Safe
Patty.
turn for Patty.
Not that concerned. Does make it 300. JB will have some middle pairs in his range. He doesn't care about.
6 calls.
Get a call. Gonna continue searching for a king or an 8. He finds neither. Aces
And
are gonna hold.
aces hold.
It's a miracle.
So, Sammy, nothing specifically has happened at TCH. The room is running. Everybody's happy. I think there was like a building inspection that went on. You know how it is. Poker rooms. The people
Patty.
come after poker rooms quite often over things that
Patty doesn't get paid on her roll.
can't really. It's not really going to change the poker room being open or anything. But TCH Dallas, TCH Austin, all of our locations are going strong. We've been having some really great games going.
Absolutely. Prestige and T1000 with Steve JB up over 4 figures as well. Never would have thought that T1000 would be up almost $2,000 after the way the night started. But hey, anything can happen here. I think we've got about 3 more hands this evening.
Sorry, Sam.
Everyone's woken up to 10 deuce in the last like 10 minutes. Every hand's up. It is. It's going around the table right now. JB wakes up to ace jack suited. It's going to go bump it up to 60. Prestige snaps with its 10-8. Cap is in there with 7-5 suited, not realizing that if he does hit spades, they are no good. But hey, why not?
He hits a 7, and that's not good either. Prestige has top pair here
6 bets.
on his 10-7-3 flop. JB going to continue.
7 calls. 3 calls.
Continue 3 ways to the turn, which will be a 3 of diamonds, which does bring in the front 2 of diamonds, and check through.
She's
Jack of
still
diamonds.
thinking about the
JB has
massage
the best hand, but there's a lot of diamonds out there.
6 checks.
Prestige is gonna bluff at it.
7 bets, 300.
Bluffing with a pair that is no good on a 4 flush board, and he is going to get it through.
Actually doing the job.
But it didn't work at all. You're like the most like level dude.
I'm having fun in the tournament.
Dude, I see you having fun over there. How's it going?
It's good.
Right. We got a lot of straddling here.
There's only one table.
2,
Final
5,
table.
10, 25,
That's like
50.
walking into finals.
What's the payout?
And what Lottie meant
it was like
was
2
the
figures.
10, 25, 50. The 2 and the
Like
5
1,000 overlayers.
aren't
And Wynn has
technically
ace king
straddles.
right out of the gate.
Good, good. I mean, with that PLO, like that bomb pot, I was either gonna double
He
up
just
or I was
limps.
gonna go play.
Oh my goodness. Playing in some dangerous water, maybe hoping to induce some kind of squeeze out of a weaker hand because there is so much dead money out there. But with all the trash people are waking up to, it's going to be very difficult.
I honestly didn't put him on.
Oh, really?
Oh, you talking about her?
No, on that one.
6
And it's looking like JB probably gets a cheap look
he
with his
wasn't
10-5 suited. Prestige gonna get a free look with the Queen 8 offsuit.
Like, go to like Cardin Corona and get like. Have you had that place?
Three ways to a flop.
Cardin Corona? The best Mexican food I've had since I've been here.
This is the last hold on
10-7-5, top and bottom for JB.
I'm surprised it's not a stack.
Alright, we did just hear the announcement for last hold in hand, so we'll be having a bomb pod after this, and then we'll be finishing up. If everybody wants to hang out and see the final bloodbath hand before we close shop, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it has
Harmless
to.
deuce and now Prestige
It's, you
is
know,
gonna
like we
stab
talked about this earlier, like you have the days.
$50.
But I'm not gonna like look at my stack.
$50 too big of a straddle.
I think it slows it down.
We're not allowed.
I think when it's under the gun, it slows it down. But I will say when it goes into like triple straddle, I think it changes things a little bit.
So Lynn goes for a $200 raise, and then JB decides to pull the trigger on a 3-bet up to 800, and that clears out all the nonsense.
Bomb pot.
Since we're not on.
Last name is Green Bomb Pot.
Yeah, I will
It's the
definitely.
TCH YouTube channel, so you can just find it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like when it's a triple straddle, there's just so much dead money out there for the 50. People are way more likely to throw their money in the pot to try to squeeze or something lighter, rather than when it's just like under the gun 50. There's no dead money in front of them. Like there's no real reason to just shove into the pot or anything.
I tend to see like not a lot of re-raises
I thought I had to stay 4 more hours.
or even raises sometimes.
What?
All right, y'all.
Not courtesy.
Heck yeah, Fig Nuts. Heck yeah, it has
You
been.
are
All right,
I don't know the
last
difference. but I'm just a dumb girl.
The game is probably gonna run.
last hand of the night. It's a bloodbath hand. Hopefully, we have a bomb pot. This is where the blood carnage happens. It's what we're all waiting for on this lovely Monday Halloween night.
Can't get a fucking
10-6 deuce all spades.
All right, I want to see somebody with the
9-6
ace high
deuce,
spades. I want to see
rainbow.
somebody with the queen high spades.
We got a 9 and a 6 for Patty.
4 checks, 5 checks.
John Christian's my first name.
We do have jack high spades flopped for JB.
And an open ender on the bottom.
And an
out,
open
guys.
ender on the bottom. That's looking pretty
Of course,
nice
all
for
of you,
him
the
so
third is coming
far.
into town.
Prestige,
Jesus Christ,
10-8 is going to be flopped queen high
What would John
spades.
Christian do?
And then
With the
some
gutter.
backdoors on the bottom. And an overpair. T1000 has top set on the top. And not much on the bottom.
You kind of look. It's just because you're like so.
Patty
it's the
King
spot, like, you're
976
very
is
like
going to be the
straightforward.
2 pair that we talked about before.
I'm actually.
We're going to go 4 ways.
Funniest thing I ever heard.
After the pot size bill, let's go to 3 spots.
Yeah, and
We
I'm
have
a fucking
7.
nurse on TV.
Now we have another 9. So that would be
That'd be a vote for
9
Miss
full
Patty.
sixes for Patty on the
course your
bottom.
brother's gonna
And
say you're
then
not
on the
funny.
top we have
We still have JB with the nut flush, or not the nut flush, sorry, the jack high flush,
high
excuse
spades.
me.
yeah, Prestige has a bunch of clubs in it. Yeah, jack high spades are good for JB. Unless he folds the Patty's pot size bad because he has a one-way hand.
Me too.
Prestige now has a lot more outs on the bottom that are no good.
I'll be
But
happy
in
to order
his
more. Like,
mind,
it'd definitely be
they
like
look
a
pretty
showdown.
decent.
Prestige's call gets T1000 out of there with his set. And Prestige Rivers
Okay,
is
we'll
set
get you
on the
some
top.
pixie sticks. We'll sugar you up.
Prestige has the top, Patty has the bottom with the
I really can't put you in like.
9s full of 6s.
I have been curious.
Patty pots it again, Prestige has a one-way hand, and it's just a set.
A set on a flush board is no fun.
Yeah, you
in
don't love those
PLO,
hands.
absolutely not. Heads up though, I think you can make the call.
No, no.
Yeah, the problem is,
Although
you're
you're getting
We're on a cruise
scooped
ship
by
all season.
9-8.
calling
getting
it
scooped by a 9.
I mean,
period.
you're getting scooped by a 9.
Well, say, I've
Well,
never seen 'em.
Because the 9 would be trips on the bottom,
No fluffy.
and you can't beat
If I
that.
fold,
but
you
on
shove.
the
You have
top
two pair.
on the top
No, I
board,
wish you the best in that. That's
Oh,
really
getting
cool. It's
scooped,
really
yeah.
hard to get in
I'm
front of
saying
people.
9-8 is
9-8
a
is good.
straight
Good fold.
and a
Good
boot,
fold.
And
no
he
matter
folds.
what.
He does fold.
Nice
That was the
move,
last
Queen almost
Patty.
got me in trouble.
All right, so we're gonna
I've always
have
wanted
these
to try.
stats
Oh, wait,
come
I
up
would've-
in a second.
oh.
I'm so
We'll cut
good
back
like
some
off the
balls
cuff,
aside
but
now.
like writing material.
Oh, so I would have
is-
won that at the top?
All right, last minute
Can I get it set up
comments.
on live stream, please?
How did y'all
Steve,
feel?
1,000 JP.
I hope it was a good night.
It was a hell of a night. I mean, this was amazing.
Right.
Oh my God, can we have that every week?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I loved the bloodbaths tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed the carnage that we saw, the crazy plays. We definitely had a lot of crazy hands. Thanks for tuning in.
I would love to
Yes,
like
thank
go
you
see you
for tuning
perform.
in.
Like,
Thanks for spending part of your
way
Halloween
cool.
with us. Or whenever you're watching this, if you're watching the archive.
Still playing too
Yeah,
far.
but everybody's
Thank
still
you so
gonna
much
look.
for watching.
So
Join
it's
us again
Wait,
tomorrow
wait, where
for
do you
Dallas for the
perform
big
at?
game.
I just do open mics.
For now, I'm
used to, so you
going
don't
live
anymore.
in New York.
I'm Carly Mathis, your Thursday live stream dealer.
Somewhere in hiding back there, we've got Kristen, our producer, pressing the buttons. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a great night.
That's way cool.
Do you have a
But I do
stage
have
name?
friends comedians.
John Gray.